Allow the children. It's okay. It's okay. Off your mind. It's okay. Off your mind. Like me.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us call them hate speech. But fear not, Maiyegun don't come. Ingo torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun diary Politico, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. This one not the off in mind, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Can in the touchlight every corner, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over Naira. See them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you loud, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun diary Politico, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. This one not the off in mind, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Maiyegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Maiyegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Woman picking they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you loud, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make you shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number one.
Hello there.
Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number one.
I apologize for the late start. And also, I want to let you know that if we have any issue with the audio, please let me know. I'm testing out a new microphone. So, thank you. Can you hear me loud and clear? Martinelli. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining me this evening. Please share this broadcast. Invite your friends, invite your not so friendly friends, and tell them that Maiyegun today. The Bantueyos, the Korofos, the gang of crooks appointed by Tifnumbu, that a lot of you, or some of you, were expecting that they will kind of change the fortune of Nigeria. They will sink it, and you will watch them do it if you do nothing. Thank you very much. Cardo says the Nigerian Naira is crashing because of the pressure from those of you paying school fees abroad, going for medicals abroad, Àjàlá no.
Ìjọ ìgbádìyẹ. Maiyegun máa wí. Àyẹ̀ ìṣúra yìí. Maiyegun ti dé. Pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o. Maiyegun máa wí. Àyẹ̀ ìṣúra yìí. Maiyegun ti dé.
Thank you very much for that. Everyone saw the studio, right? I love the fact that you will see the studio as it is right now, and then when it becomes the real studio. Read the caption of this broadcast. Read the description of this broadcast as well. Share it. Invite your friends. Invite your not so friendly friends. They might need this. Just tell them. Maiyegun today. Thank you. What today? So, good morning to you once again, and good afternoon to you, as well as good evening to you. Top of the day to you, from wherever you are watching from. It is Maiyegun live. And to every one of you who has sort of shared the broadcast, thank you. So this is the continuation of a reminder to every one of you who still nurses the hidden intention of rescuing Nigeria via what? Elections, or I don't know what that means you have in mind. This platform is to remind all of us that it is time for us to actually stop beating about or around the bush when it comes to the real problems of Nigeria and what the real solution should be. Our parents and their own parents and parents before them, I believe, majority of them dodged the bullet. They don't even want to have that conversation per se. This generation is also being conditioned to believe that nothing is going to change. Take it as it is, as well as live by what we say, not as we live. Now, sometimes somebody needs to cut the circle. And cutting the circle, I think should start with having the right information and never allow yourself to be railroaded into their agenda, because most of it, the agenda is not for you. It is for themselves. They just need a lot of you to validate them, like using religion, using tribe, ethnic, and all of that. But in reality, when you look at the consequences of the bad government, no one is actually spared. Whether you are a northerner or a southerner, it doesn't really matter. It will touch you. Whether you are an easterner or you are a westerner, everybody is feeling the bites. Now, couple that with insecurity, which is also as a result of a bad governance, bad government, corruption, incompetency, collusion, every other name you can find in the book that says that those who are supposed to keep us safe can't keep us safe. Rather, they open shop on us. The economy that they were supposed to actually keep really better for the sake of all of us, to avoid things like this, they have further depleted it, ruined and destroyed it. But they are very quick to point fingers, you know that. We do not need Tifnumbu's body. They only needed his brain. We can't say, okay, where the brain? If you say make we not look at body, this kind brain now the brain we fit appoint any reasonable people other than chancers. This brain. Well, somebody said that they've not heard about the bat idiot. I am batified. I'm batified because they have now been ungafied. So this gaslighting never stops. I remember very well under Bokwari. You see, majority of those who are bastards today, the bat idiots, majority of them were also Buhari idiots too. They were cyberbarians too. And they were among those who were gaslighting people. They were pointing out the shortcomings, the failures, and the corruption that will later bite everyone in that country. There were those defending that too. There is no name they did not call all those who tried to call the attention to it. You know what I mean? So those are the people who kind of graduated to become bad idiots you see today. The bastards. And when I say gaslighting, I am talking about people that will leave the real culprits of what is really going on in Nigeria and begin to attack the victims. Unfortunately, hunger is nobody's friend. You can pretend, but it won't last. And that is why today, ladies and gentlemen, when people like Cardo was appointed, they said, yes, the Lagos boys, the city boys. A lot of you that are today crying, tearing up, cursing, and in fact, threatening Tifnumbu. When Cardo was appointed, you were a little bit elated, thinking they were coming. He was coming with something now, like a Mefiole. Baba, like a Mefiole. Your Cardo, Cardio has been blaming just anything and everything but themselves. And that's the typical. No wonder some people don't they call him Oduduwa Emefiole. Me how they call him Cardio or Cardi. But some are saying that you see Emefiole, Emefiole is what you go call him? The jaw I've been a Delta, nothing like Delta by the way. So what will you call Emefiole again? Anyway, that is Cardio of Lagos. Now, within 6-7 months of appointing Cardio, Nigeria economy has taken even worse turns. Initially, they were telling people that, yeah, things are going to first be hard in the first 2-3 months, but don't worry. The policy of there is no policy other than to pick your pocket. Go and check everything they have been doing and saying. It's not different from that of Emefiole under Bukwari. That the bad idiots, the bad stars of today defended at the time. But it can't be like say the type of hunger that is around today is no longer bearable. You cannot pretend about it. Meanwhile, it is just the beginning. Somebody sent this to me, and somehow, a kind of break art, I have to say, right? I don't know if you have seen it all. But ma go check them. It actually happened there. They said it happened in one market. And I believe it's somewhere in not sure.
Let me 5,000 so in German wala ma today. 2,200. If wala over the day one no. Bro, sell that for me 2,000 now.
That is the last price. Accept if you are looking for 2,000.
I mean, one hour the day. Kí mo fẹ́ jẹ lálẹ́ yìí báyìí 2,200 naira ráìsì. I mean, one hour làwọn kọ́mẹ̀ntì náà báyìí ọlọ́wọ́. Irú wàhálà wo la kọ̀ báyìí 2,200 naira ráìsì. Irú wàhálà wo la kọ̀ báyìí. Kí ni ìjọba ìwà ń ṣe fún wa báyìí wọ̀ lọ máa ṣàánú wa 2,200 naira ráìsì. Sára ní jáde jẹun Nàìjíríà mọ́ ni. Èwo ni ìjọba bàbá yìí ṣe fún wa yọ náà máa ṣàánú wa. Ọ̀gá please now. Irú wàhálà olólè. Ìjọba bàbá Tinubu ìjọba tí ó dá ẹ bá bẹ bàbá Tinubu yẹn ṣàánú wa. Wọ́n mi wá jọ 2,200 naira ráìsì. 2,000 ló wà lọ́wọ́ mi táwọn ọmọ mi fẹ́ fi jẹun lálẹ́ yẹn jẹ́ náà. ẹ̀yin tá dìbò fún bàbá yẹn bá wa bẹ̀ bàbá yìí, ẹ̀yin tá dìbò fún bàbá yẹn bá wa bẹ̀, ẹ̀yin tá dìbò fún bàbá yẹn bá wa bẹ̀ ṣàánú wa, ẹ bá wa bẹ̀ bàbá yìí tá a ti jẹun Nàìjíríà mọ́ ni, ebi ń pa wá ẹ ṣàánú wa. Bro, 2,000 de my, I do 2,000 de my, 2,000 de my, 2,000 me. Oh God, sell that for me, please. Ẹ ṣé mami, ẹ ṣé ma, ẹ ṣé tó ní sí iye o, àìjà.
No, don't worry.
Thank you, bro. Thank you, sir.
The cost of fuel has gone up. Food and other prices have followed it. Households and businesses struggling. Things seem anxious and uncertain. I understand the hardship you face. I wish there were other ways, but there's not.
I know some of you are saying it is skit. It is not skit. I know. Do you know how comfortable you must be to see that video and automatically something tells you it is acting? That is the privilege that you have that you don't think or never thought you have. You see that clip there? That is the reality of many. Yes. And there are those that will see that clip, and you know what that will bring to them? It's just sort of bring back something they never probably would share with anyone. But it is the reality. That bowl of rice is 2,600. I mean 2,800. It's more than 2,200. That guy will not come back there with 2,000 and start crying again. Nobody will listen to him. People are selling their children. People were arrested because they sold their children. And when they were questioned, why would you sell your child? Do you even know what they would do to that child? And all of that was like, well, I have 7 children. I have been sacked from my job. My wife's business no longer sustains us. So we agreed within the family to sell one and use the money to take care of the remaining 6. What kind of arrangement is that? How much did you collect? 1.4 million naira. And all of these things, you will hear those stories and you look at your own privilege. And sometimes they will sound unbelievable. Is that possible? When you feel like, is that even possible? That is the moment you should begin to review the privilege you have. If you are watching me from Nigeria and you also postulate that that was acting, you see that privilege you currently have. They are coming for it. Don't worry, it's all right. The criminals who are announcing different caterpillar policies that they have no clue of, most of them that came back as the same playbook of Emefiole under Bukwari. How many of you remember that time when Bukwari said, when Nigerian media reported that Bokwari has ordered the immediate reactivation of Nigeria economy in 2018. Go on Google and type in reactivate Nigeria economy. Buhari reactivates Nigeria economy. And go and check the headlines and check the news. 2018. This was demo. This was all kind of playbook they throw out. Then they pay people, influencers, they call them. I call them vuvuzelas. They pay them to go and explain that nonsense to you. And I think I am pretty much far better in analyzing their fraud to you than they even do themselves. Because they would love to use all this big English, all these jargons to confuse you. Then you'll be like, okay, is that a good thing, Sha? All you are saying is that everything will be fine after all this policy. Yes, we expect everything to work out fine in the ratio, economic ratio, +1 + -1 + 2. Are we going to be able to afford to pay and buy food? Of course. Some people will be able to, and some will catch up later. And I won't do that. I have made this so simple, so easy, so ordinary for many people that a lot of you possibly do not appreciate the amount of information that got broken into pieces for you here. Make so easy. If they tell you they are doing policy, oh, we have removed subsidy so that we can rejig the economy and all of that, and you ask them, where is the money you normally use for the subsidy? Where do you keep that? What do you use that for? What about the money from this or that? Where do you keep that? Where are you using that for? And when you begin to ask questions, those monies have developed wings. They flew away. So all they are saying is just talk. The real resources to use in pursuing them, they've shared them, frittered them away. Now you will be waiting. Okay, maybe dollar will come down next week. The food prices will begin to come down next month. And maybe, more, you will just keep there with maybe, and they will shock you with another one. Cardoso was at the National Assembly. They were asking him to come and defend what is wrong with the Naira, what is going on with the Naira, and all of that stuff. The guy came with a prepared speech, word for word. He read out all the jargons to the clowns, the criminal clowns called the National Assembly member in Nigeria, the Assembly of Thieves. Cardoso came. This one is not like somebody, an intelligent person, intelligent economist, discussing the state of the country with the people. No, he wasn't. Because when it comes to that, they will begin to say jargons, baggy, bongon. But he came with a prepared speech to come and tell the National Assembly members that the reason why Naira is crashing is because of the pressure of people schooling abroad. I beg, whose children school abroad mostly? My papa and my mama couldn't afford to send me abroad. Majority of you watching me here tonight, whether you are now abroad or not, majority of us here, our mama and papa couldn't afford to say they are sending us to Canada, we know the category of people that used to send their on a very steady. And we also know that your mama, my mama, your papa, I'm not saying everyone because some of you are privileged more than you know what I mean? Every time I will sit down here and we're like, man, if you know what people are going through, this country is so terrible. This country is so bad. We must fight for our life. We must. You will be say, now driver they take you go. I mean, a driver they carry you go school. Driver they pick you back. You have escorts. You have cook for house. When they say, I mean, you have to roll the what do you call the atlas map inside your daddy's office at home. Abi, you roll it just to choose a place to spend your next holiday. They say, hey, Uche, come here. You have done so well this time. Your teacher said you have done so well. You've made me proud. Where would you like to spend your holiday this time? Daddy, I don't like America. I don't like UK. It's too cold. All right, go there. Go to that's my atlas there. Yeah, roll it. Any country that comes to the center, that's where you spend your. You will say you they get privilege like that. All of us day here now with the lament, and I'm not talking to you. Here you get now. I am talking to all of us who knows regularly that if our mama and papa sick, now the nearest chemist, if the thing too much to the point that they have to go to the hospital, all of us will begin to panic already. Hey, hospital, have you taken her to the chemist first? As nurse Dupe check that. You cannot just go to hospital like that, because we are very careful before we say we want to go and leave big man, check me, and all of that stuff. You know, the people like us, we don't go abroad for medical care. And if any of us, if you see any of us abroad for medical care, now on public donation, you know they see all this Kano Art Foundation. You know they see all this posts on social media. Save Tinuke's life. She needs new kidney in India. And then when they show you the picture of Tinuke, you'll be like, hey, she really make it to India by. Can she even make it to India? Are you sure this situation is redeemable? Yes, 22 million naira. People like us, if you see us for abroad, now donation they take send us there to go and change kidney or to go and change anything we shall make costly for another few months to join others, suffer for another few years. Last, at the end of the day, lack of what's they call that thing? Now dialysis to take care of you and on and on and on. Nigerian frustration will eventually kill you. And in some cases, where they even raise the money publicly to send it to India to go and buy a new kidney, some family members will be like, see, now them go first cry, please save our daughter, please save our son. It's the only thing we have in our life. Then you will raise the money. Nigerians have donated 30 million naira. Oh, yeah, go India now. You go on to hear other stories. Me, I'm just saying, if we go to India, we are not sure this operation will be successful. 32 million naira. If we take care of her here and, peacefully and, a time comes, I'm just saying, I'm not trying to be, I've seen it before. The moment the money. So people like us know they go abroad for medical care. People like the very, they mad. But now we are going to be blamed that we are those who are demanding for dollars going for medical treatment abroad. And that's exactly what this guy told them, word for word. Ma, share what I'm feeling.
The exchange rate in Nigeria has increased or depreciated due to the simultaneous occurrence of two factors: a decline in the supply of US dollars coinciding with a surge in the demand for US dollars. Looking at the demand side of the exchange rate, it's important to note the growing number of Nigerian students studying abroad. In 1980s and 1990s, the need for US dollars for their living expenses was minimal. However, recent data shows a significant change. According to UNESCO's Institute of Statistics, the number of Nigerian students abroad increased from less than 15,000 in 1998 to over 71,000 in 2015. By 2018, the figure had reached 96,702 students, as per the World Bank. Another report projects the number of Nigerian students studying abroad to exceed 100,000 by 2022. Additionally, the UK's Higher Education Statistics Agency noted a 64% increase in Nigerians studying in the country, rising from 1320 in 2019-2020 academic session to 21,305 by the 2020-2021 session. Given this data, it is crucial to highlight that between 2010 and 2020, foreign education expenses amounted to a substantial $28.65 billion, as per the CBN's publicly available balance of payments statistics. Similarly, medical treatment abroad has incurred around $11 billion in costs during the same period. Consequently, over the past decade, foreign exchange demand for education and healthcare has totaled nearly $40 billion. Notably, this amount surpasses the total current foreign exchange reserves of the CBN. Mitigating a significant portion of this demand could have resulted in a considerably stronger Naira today. On the supply side of the exchange rate, to bolster the inflow of US dollars into the exchange rate in Nigeria has increased.
Nuisance Lele. Nuisance Lele.
Bank governor one year. That is their central bank governor. Somebody said that the audio is not good. Is that true? No, you tell me. Is it true that the audio is not good? Come on, I listened to it just there, and it sounds great. You know, it sounds great. It might sound different to you. I understand why it might sound different to some of you. You know, I've sort of added some, some what they told me, sophisticated equipment that are going to be used in the studio. So I have to test run them and make sure that they are doing the job. And I want to make sure that you are getting the value for your time. Audio work back. That's it. Google ni were low. All of you are there. He's reading it, Nisha. He's reading. Baba, I need Google lolo. He went there to tell them that the amount of internationals, a lot of people have jackpot, of course. But out of the people who jackpot, let us be honest, let's be honest too. How many people with jackpot, they call back Nigeria for money for upkeep, that they needed dollars and they needed pound sterling. And your families are buying dollars and sterlings for you from Nigeria. Raise up your hand. How many of you that jackpot from Nigeria? He had to go back to 1980s, 1990s. They did all the Googling for him. They put all the joint together. And then he came, he said, all of these, they've made it impossible for Nigeria to save enough dollars. That's the reason for all of that too. Because a lot of you are just asking for it, you are just taking it. Those are the economists that one Ashiri Agbadurian will tell me to shut up because that one is talking. Do you even understand how insulting it is? For those who are parading paper certificate, because that's what majority of you are parading in Nigeria. I don't know how you see yourself, so you know what I mean? Like, let's be honest. Majority of you are parading paper certificates. Do you know? Is that how you talk to a graduate? Is that how you talk to a PhD? Why are you shaking it? I'm talking to you. Do you know who you are talking about? You the madini. She madini. PhD of what? What is PhD in what? Arabic study. Yeah, what do you call it? Islamic study. PhD in Kineko one bragi. PhD in social study. PhD in engineering. I am a PhD holder. A doctorate Kineko in philosophy. Last in call. How did that benefit Nigeria? Let us ask ourselves. All of now will be engineers. We're on the right Okada now. Some of you are fighting for promotion at some of these Indian, I mean, they call them Indian Singapore factories as casual laborers, supervisor. You have a country that road you can build, bridges you can build. Structures, institutions that can actually lasted longer. You can't. The criminals that are running Nigeria don't believe in Nigeria, so they have to bring everybody from outside Nigeria to come and build Nigeria for you. Julius Baja is building your road. CC from China is building your bridges. Who is building your rail and all of that stuff? But you have all these engineers everywhere. Do you know who you are talking to? Do you Cardo you are talking to like that, Maiyegun? It's not your mate. Okay. His main job and his main area of expertise is economy. Abi? Oh yeah. Give him A for the way they have ruined Nigeria economy so far. Or quickly just give excuses for them. Then gaslight other people for it. Don't blame him. You cannot really blame him. Maiyegun, let me tell you something. This country has a hand now. Abi? Don't blame him. Cardoso lọ Google. Or realize Nigeria have spent over 40 billion in 2 decades giving money to people who were going abroad to study. The more Nigeria became insecure, even people who have money, who don't need any PhD or any whatever nonsense anymore in their life, if Nigeria was okay, to escape from the country that Tifnumbu of APC, Egbekegbe, and the rest of them forced and trapped them in. Majority are now say, I'm thinking of going to Germany to do my PhD. Give me PhD in what? Oh, Japa. Majority of those who left Nigeria don't go back and ask people to go and send them dollars, send me pounds, send me this. Not. That is why majority are leaving Nigeria with their entire family. I mean, that's the true story. And that is the real story. That is the current story. So where did Cardoso get his own figure from other than Google? There you too can get. But let him drop that nonsense he's reading from. Ask him the very, very vital question and all that. And then you begin to hear another gaslighting. Who are those? Kolu, what do Kolu they spend in France right now, by the way? What do you think Kolu is spending in Nigeria, in France since he's been in France? Naira abi. Naira. Olori ibulo poju ninu eyin abobakui. Would you say it's Naira? And do you understand what it means to demand for forex, foreign exchange? They will blame you. All of Cardoso's children, they schooled abroad. All of his children, all of them. And I'm not sure if all of them are back in Nigeria. I'm not sure. But now that their papa is the central bank governor, of course, governor till the states that is controlling the resources or the money supposedly of the country. Yeah, maybe his children are back to Nigeria now to be part of the old bazaar. Cardoso has no plan to save Nigeria economy. You just need to pay attention. Right now, they have told all the banks in Nigeria, not just banks. They've also told all those platforms that some of you do send money. You know, all different platforms you are sending money from and all that. A lot of you will send money to Nigeria. Well, I do send money and I don't care about the pound sterling being given to anybody in Nigeria. There's no point. It's so easy from here in the UK, right? Once I call my agent and I give my agent the account I want the money sent to, right? The agent will tell me, this is how much it's going to be with your commission and all that, which works well for me, right? And then whoever I'm giving any money to in Nigeria, they will have it in their bank account. Stressless. If the exchange rate is 2,000 Naira to £1 sterling, the same way you are seeing it everywhere, right? It's 2,000 Naira to £1 sterling, they will give it to me. So under Emefiole, they developed an app and they called it e-Naira. Sorry, e-Naira. So I changed the name to e-Naira because by then they've depleted all of the reserves, the entire space. They've dipped their hands in the foreign reserve of Nigeria. They've abandoned the crude oil to their friends who are stealing them for years. So they were now targeting all of us in diaspora because they were hearing, how can Nigerians be sending up to $36 billion to Nigeria every year. And central bank can only boast of a little fraction of it through the banks. How did that happen? How can we, this is what they were thinking, how can we control that market to save Nigerian Naira? How can we warehouse that dollars, all of that Forex, and we can give their family members here Naira, so that we can take all those dollars. So they designed an app. They can't celebrate time. By the time that Naira become active, Nigerian Naira is going to come back alive. I'm just reminding you all of their lies that some of you probably have forgotten. And what do you call him? Cardo is replaying the card. Oduduwa Emefiole. Unfortunately, some said, no, Maiyegun, don't ever say Oduduwa. I mean, listen, Baba, calm down, Charade. You cannot even take, you don't even have to take it. But since it's kind of gel, he's a Yoruba boy or a Yoruba man, since we all agreed that it is the worst of us. The worst of us are those who are representing the best of us. Here is one of the worst from Yoruba land. Kolu is the worst of the worst, and he attracts his likes, criminally minded, obtuse, ineffective people. So he's a Yoruba. So yeah, he's one of the worst of us. We are not proud of him. Just the same way you're not proud of Kolu. Look at all the criminals you can see around Kolu today. There are Yorubas, plenty. There are actually plenty. So when they were saying Yoruba Lokon, now the people they were talking about be that, not you, not me. So if they call a Oduduwa Emefiole, about my manage, you they get me? Emefiole can't they try to bribe us? Emefiole was even promising, he actually was promising us money. If I send 100 pounds to Nigeria, Emefiole will give me equivalent of 5 pounds, which is what do you call it? Which is 20. How much is that? Isn't that like 20% of it? No, you shall give me 5% of what the money I have sent, right? I think it's 1% or I don't know. So Emefiole promised us then in diaspora, all we had to do was for all of us to go and download Naira. So they wanted to use us in diaspora to cover their fraud. They wanted us to subsidize their fraud. If that had worked, right, Emefiole would be like hero today. If all of us, even if half of us in the diaspora downloaded that Naira that time, you would have saved Emefiole, Bokwari, and all the rogues of what they did to Nigeria. But maybe they will actually steal the money as well. Because Emefiole was printing Naira, and every dollar available, they will use the Naira to change it to that dollar, move it out of Nigeria. So I was one of those who told people, don't try it. Download the Naira. Don't go and download nonsense. Yes, I did it. I was one of those who told people. Because it didn't take time for people to begin to see that it was all lies too. Emefiole wanted to be changing our money at the rate he and the rest of Bokwari's gang decide or determined. They change money, the value of Naira, which is worthless, says 700 Naira. Emefiole was offering us in diaspora, he was offering us 450 Naira official rate. I told people, don't try it to Inirani. So some of them blame us. Here you get. For those who get sense. That is what Cardo Oduduwa Emefiole is now trying. And if you hold on for corner and get shook microphone for his mouth, for his mouth, and so yeah, explain it, explain it. You go to talk around, you know. So that's what they are also planning. They are telling everybody who has a money app business in Nigeria or abroad, all of now where they UK, we get app. that people downloaded to transfer money and all of that stuff. What they are now telling them is that if you have dollars in your domiciliary account, very soon, you know, go get the dollars again. Naira lo ma san fún ẹ. Naira equivalent, according to Oduduwa Emefiole Kadio's exchange rate. You go on collect your dollar, you go say no, now only Naira if you collect. You see all those apps, when you send Naira, I mean, also when you send dollars, or you send pounds, or you send any money through them, they will tell you automatically, we are sorry, we cannot give the recipient dollars. These were platforms that used to pay out in dollars, like Western Union, like MoneyGram, like some of these kind of money transfer platforms, okay? This Cardo's policy, in a way to trap and see how many dollars they can trap from everywhere. Because Nigeria no get money again. As the money they come, then they loot them. It's not even enough to invest in anything. That is why they will say something now, they will say something else tomorrow. They keep saying things, but you are asking them, please just do one so that we can see one. Even if you know do them well, just start something. For the past 9 months, Tifnumbu's government, they have never started anything major. But they have expended over 8 trillion naira. In 9 months, they've blown 8 trillion naira. Borrowed money. So now they are targeting us and targeting everybody in diaspora again. But they are not using Naira. But I say that one don't pack up. Sure you get. They are not using that in Naira anymore. That didn't work. So they're now like haggling. No, not even haggling. They are hustling all the money platforms, banks, everywhere, okay? Targeting a lot of you that they said were demanding for dollars here and there. They know that they've never really given you any dollars per se, okay? But to use you as the excuse why Naira crashed, now they have put it out there that if you send any money to your family members through any of those apps, right? About your tobacco phone, and Naira, they go back give them. Yes. Just so you know, it is a policy. But what they don't know is that they are making all their the mumu listeners or the Agbadorians to believe that now some people don't want this thing to work, not knowing that these guys are so empty and the corruption that they are swimming in is so huge to the point that a lot of them feels like they will never be held responsible. So with that, there is no caution, there's nothing. So when they tell you they want to do this policy and all of that, and you say, oh, thank God, oh, Naira has gained 200 Naira. Pound sterling is no longer 1,900 Naira. A pound sterling in Nigerian Naira is now 1,400 Naira. Omo, that's over 400 Naira changes. Naira is coming back. Naira, you can do it. Naira, please, go on, keep pushing. Breaking news. Naira has gained again. Oh, it is now 1,200 Naira to 1 pound. Yes, Cardoso. Cardoso is working. I knew it. If we give them time, all of these things are going to be resolved. Thank you, Cardoso. Ashiwaju, God bless you. Ashiwaju, this or that. But then you go outside and you said, okay, Mommy Tintin, how much is the bottle of Ororo now? The cooking oil. I said, my brother, it is now 6,000 Naira. What do you mean? What do you mean 6,000 Naira? Was it not 5,005 yesterday? And have you not heard the news? Dollar has crashed. Dollar has crashed. Dollar is now 800 Naira. Dollar has crashed. Okay. Maybe if you see any shop that says dollar has crashed, come inside. Prices have crashed too. Maybe you should go to them, my brother. Mabinu, I can't sell it less than 6,000. But because it is you, come and take it at 5,980. I'll give you 20 Naira. I'll use that 20 Naira Oh God, how can dollar go down and the price of things are not going down? Eh? No, don't worry. The prices will still go down. People are still selling off their things they bought very expensive. Don't worry, voodoo economy. Electricity, you no get. Security, you no get. But these criminals can come on screen and tell you some bogus fake data, and then you'd never see them in your lives. You start asking questions. But Shebi, they said that a dollar is now 780. Why is the price of kiniko is not going down? It is called voodoo economy. Voodoo. Iro. That is what they are doing. We'll see where we see some dollars. If we see enough. Baba, I'll be eating not $3 billion. Talk about Afrexim Bank in here. Hey! Hey! I just realized that, Sha. Did you remember that they collected about 2 billion from the 3.3 billion that they used $12 billion crude oil as collateral? What is back cash here now? Yeah, they collected 2 billion or so. It was announced. I bet no way. What is not all? They don't finish that money. Because remember, they were bragging. They said they were paying over 300 million out of 7 billion, 8 billion outstanding money. The investors' money that got locked in Nigerian banks. They were supposed to take the money out to their country. That's the agreement. After paying taxes in Nigeria, Nigeria collected taxes. Listen to this. You are doing business in Nigeria, and you are paying your staff, you are paying your taxes, you put your money in the bank, and when it was time for you to take your money, you can't check it, you can't realize nothing inside there now. Go sink a bag in this bag is empty. They can't tell you, say, people where they collect tax from that money. Now them borrow them. They think say you can wait for another time, but they will pay you. Nigeria will pay you, but they just borrowed it. Pay you, bawo. Hey, bank, is that true? What happened to our money? The federal government will reply you tomorrow. Go and listen to NTA News 7 a.m. That was what led to all this. You see all these companies that are leaving Nigeria. What is the point of doing business in Nigeria and you can't take your profit out of Nigeria? Cardo announced last month in January. January gone. That they were paying 350 something million out of 7 billion. And the money will now remain 2.2 billion because the rest, people know if it show, say true. That money, they hand that money. They couldn't prove it to them. That Nigerian call. It was Nigeria that took that money. Since they cannot prove that it was Nigeria that took that money from the banks, the ones that can be proven, they have paid 350 million from it. And it remains at 2.2 billion to clear. So all this issue of backlog will now be cleared. Policy 1 year, that's their policy. This is what the foreign investors read you from your central bank. But it's another thing they are telling you, they are paid vuvuzela. Then you will begin to say, how come the policy is not showing up around us? Why is it? Why to show? They can't lie to you and tell you, say, wait, give it time. Remember that when they remove the subsidy, Baba, go to 15 minutes. Price is changing everywhere. Now lie. But when the dollar crash, they say now because of dollar, now because of subsidy. Did you comply or did you not comply? How many of you took to the street and said, no, we no go agree? You complied? Didn't you? So if they now come tomorrow and say, oh, it is they found some money somewhere, they managed to scrap the money from here and there, even if they have to borrow it, and they give it to their friends again. 2.2 billion is a lot of money, especially for Nigeria in this time. Where is the money? Oh, when you're dancing now. I don't know why I don't know, I just feel like I should ask. Where is that $2.2 billion from the 3.3 billion? So where is that $2 billion? They're looking for money everywhere right now. People should be patient. You go just see people go just say, be that. Is there mommy? What? Which one is Naim be that? Well, come and tell you one. You are not, we did a meeting yesterday and you are not around. You are really useless anyway. Every day, now you brought this Oribruku to all of us shouting APC, APC, APC. Tell you one, because I don't pay also. Before you know, in case if you are doubting it, where you take part that deal to survive, you can kill one to save others in you. Yes, you will wake up one day. Just continue explaining to your fellow mumus how how Cardoso policy and Tifnumbu is working policy is going to come back, and everybody are just complaining now. By the time all of these things begin to work now, all these people that are complaining, majority of them will not talk again. No, Papa. Oh. If you last long till 2027, if you last that long, that will be the moment you will understand that you have always been a pawn if you have been listening and following these criminals. A pawn. Now then you go realize, say, even when you decide that, no, I know they do again, because you must just say, I know they do again, and walk into your house and just go and maintain whatever it is left of your life then. But it's not me. You will see it. You will see. It's not prophecy. It's not nothing. It is just some economic sense. That is it. Economic sense. And then, ability to piece together, happenings that would have consequences. So Cardoso and Tifnumbu, when they are done with all of us, Baba, that's why I said that if you don't stop them, by the time they are done, well, anyway, let me show you something. In one of their usual denial, and a lot of the time that they have made you to sort of look away, pretend, since you are not a victim, what is your problem? Stop selling Nigeria bad and the rest of that, okay? I told you last week, I said, some people were going for they were going for a wedding ceremony to go and marry a lady. And Baba, I told you, I said, from the reports, they said 55 people were kidnapped. Yeah, this was in Katsina, Bokwari's state. 2 days after the incident I'm talking to you about, the Boko Haram terrorists attacked Daura, exactly Daura, where Bokwari is. They killed an old man, about 91 or 92-year-old man, and then they kidnapped another old woman, and then some few people. But that's their fate. Nobody will hear about them again until later, Abi. Now back to these wedding guests. They said they were over 70 when the terrorists Durimi or so is the area, the town, Durimi town or something. So they haven't really gotten to their destination when they were waylaid by this Fulani terrorist. Baba, go, calm down, everybody calm down, Even those ones who are still like Nazua, Ina Kwana, Ina Gejia, Ina, all of them like good morning, my this or that. Baba, everybody enter bush, Some now ran away. So the report said 55 people were kidnapped. But Baba, there were 68, Because now only 2 people escaped. It's not many that escaped. And everybody seems to have moved on because a lot of things have also happened after that, right? But their families, can they? Because this is also part of the damages, the ruin that is going, side by side with what Nigeria and the ruiners of Nigeria are doing to Nigerians. All this trauma. Nobody takes care of them. So yeah, the terrorists were bold enough to display them. Today, ransom must be paid or they will kill them. These are poor people living their own normal, life. But they are the easy target for the terrorists, as well as the criminals who can easily ignore them. I'm talking about the Nigerian criminals, your leaders or your dealers. They can easily ignore these kind of people. But imagine if 63 of them were packed together like this. Do you really think they will still feel the same way they probably feel right now? Or, okay, watch this.
Kuma akwai wanda zai iya ansa su sai ya jaraba ya gani. Dungun famfi. Ya sunan kuna gani? Ya Allah sai wurin 53, 63. Su daina wata ƙarya 63. 53. Hadda uku. 50 hadda uku. 63. Yara amarya ma din hannun tegal. Yari ka kira ne. Ga amarya za a ɗara mata aure inda ba fanshe ta ba. Ga kuma direba. Ga direban suna. a taimaka mana ƴan uwanmu su kawo kuɗi a fanshe mu a sallame mu gwamnati ba za ta yi wannan aiki ya yi yin ta wannan aiki an kawo mu da ba zaki ba duka alhamdulillah.
You see all those mele uku the udu kinikoin. Now the millions they want to take the ransom that they are explaining in that video. We'll take for the women, we'll take 2 million naira. For the men, we will take 5 million naira. Daoku, Daodu. Those are the ragtag criminals, AK-47 wielding terrorists. That the giant of Africa is now bellicose, flat-bellied by those rogues. And Nigerians are just the prey. Yeah, they are their prey. How do you even live in that, man? How do you live with that? And then you probably have your own children. And then you wonder, would you want your children to live in this same world that these rogues have created, right? The last time Tifnumbu was in Kano, this is a reminder.
All I want to do is dance. I want music.
So give him music. Kolu. Let's find Kolu music. Something to just, for the people of Kano. If you are watching me from Kano, let's dance.
70 years old man. you. Jesus is Lord. Continue. 70 years old man. You. Jesus is Lord.
Because right now the people of Kano are not dancing. And I don't know if that will make some of them kind of smile. If you are watching me from Kano, I'm not mocking you. Okay? I am only just, reminding you that I am not mocking you. Because I don't know what to say. You did all you could to make sure that APC, even now, I mean, we all saw what they attempted at you. But when we now saw it today, that the people of Kano have joined the people of Niger State, who protested against the rising cost of living. They were hungry in Nigeria. Everybody were hungry right now, no joke. But the people of Kano who came out today, this is what they had to say. At least for the record. Lati Kano.
The protesters, who are mostly youths, were seen carrying various placards along Airport Road and also along Murtala Muhammad Way in Kano Metropolis and chanting, "We want subsidy on petrol back, open Nigerian borders, address the rising fall of the Naira, people are dying of hunger, all due to high cost of food." They also claim they can no longer send their children to school due to financial constraint.
What our leaders are doing to us, the masses, is so unfair, and we have been pushed to the wall. Life is so difficult. Our children can no longer go to school due to hunger and our inability to pay their school fees. Prices of food items keep increasing on daily basis. Our borders are closed. We want it open.
We are really suffering in this country. A bag of local rice in the market is around 60,000 naira. We can no longer afford it. Our children are just sitting down at home. There is no money to pay for their school fees. This is not what we expect from the government. The youth vowed to mobilize more people on the street to show how unhappy they are over the rising cost of food items in the market, as they can no longer afford it. They are asking President Bola Tinubu to urgently open Nigerian borders and also restore the payment of subsidy on petrol. The closure of Nigerian borders is one of the major things that plunged the country into serious hardship. Also, US dollar is not our official currency. The Naira needs to be strengthened, and we want the government to continue the payment of subsidy on petrol. Since it was removed, prices of food and transportation have increased.
There is hunger, there is poverty in the land, and there is no money. Things are so expensive in the market. The prices of food items keep rising.
Just last week, scores of women, including widows, took to the streets of Kano to protest the increase in the price of flour in the state. The protesters, who sell local bread, also known as gurasa, while marching on the street with placards on Friday, lamented that the soaring price has crippled their source of livelihood.
I don't want to sit here and reveal all my strategy. I am the first speaker among the three of us running. So they will spy on me. So you will have a limited answer here today. Another day you can bring me back. But that's part of what I do.
That's part of what I have to say. As for the people of Kano, I empathize with you. I empathize with you. I mean, there is always this thing that is holding my tongue from saying what I would normally have said But in all sincerity, you are one of those who actually showed that the criminals who are wielding their powers anyhow with impunity, they have to be very careful if they really want to continue to enjoy this uncontrollable much of impunity. Don't touch Kano. Don't touch Kano. We remember that. So that is why I can't really say everything, even though Kano is also part of the North. You can tell they did not. That's the only state won by Kwakwansop. So Kwakwanso and his guys, whatever you see them as, right? We cannot by any means apportion any of the failure to them. So yeah, in fairness. But APC, Egbekegbe believes that those of you who are complaining, you are just members of opposition who are trying to blackmail Tifnumbu. And I promise you, there are those who also share that sentiment comically. If you ask some of the obedients, they will jokingly tell you, there is no point in telling us that we will cry for 8 years. Don't worry. In 2027, now all of us go vote for Tifnumbu so that the shege can be completed. Yeah, obedient will jokingly tell you that. So, which means Tifnumbu is working. When you see any Tifnumbu, Agbadorian, Bati Dioti, Lagos Abobaku, Oshogbo Alimajiri, or is probably an humble slave, if you meet any sophisticated moron, who is also probably Lagos Abobaku, or those from Oshogbo Alimajiri and the rest of them, crumb eaters new, crumb chasers new, ass lickers new, and then all right, sir. If you see any of them lamenting that things are hard, things are tough, you will see the obedient. They will go to them. DSS, hello DSS. This man is trying to blackmail the government of President Tifnumbu. Can you come and arrest him, please? Because he's lying. He said things are tough. He said they cannot afford to eat anymore. He said that the security is getting worse. All these things that you will see any Lagos Abobaku complain about. Obedience will jump there and say, you are lying. Everything is working fine. That's the situation right now in Nigeria. And that's why I said that comically, some of them, I kind of agree with the APC. Egbekegbe. I'll show you. APC now issued a letter. I think they are already smelling what is coming, brethren. APC, Egbekegbe can smell what is coming. And because it used to be their turf, this used to be their area of specialty. Here you get, and they have no control over this, so they are raising alarm. Here you know, APC, Egbekegbe said opposition parties instigating mass protests to undermine government. That the hunger is not enough for you to protest, oh. That the insecurity, the killings, and the kidnappings, they are not enough for you to be angry, oh. Now, opposition party, they instigate you to go and say that to APC. You know this message, including the suffering and smiling sufferhead and Webim Power Group, they will also believe it's dog whistle. They will tell them, is it the first time that people are suffering? Did you not see that under Bokuwari, people were not allowed to protest? So you as Yoruba now, are you going to allow people to protest? You better go out there and begin to kind of tell people that they should give Tifnumbu time. Oh, it is called dog whistle. They played it many times. But I just don't eat, and it has worked many times. I don't know if it's going to work now. Is dog whistle going to work on you now? With all this hunger everywhere that everybody is lamenting. You are going to begin to wear your tribal Olympic jersey, Abi. 1 second, I'm coming. You are going to be wearing your tribal Olympic jersey, Abi. Wearing your angono. I'm coming. So let's get that on. A lot of you that are going to be putting on your tribal, religious, ethnic jerseys, eh? They don't blow the whistle, and you dogs. Dog whistle. Foo! All these protests that you are seeing is not because people are hungry, oh. Foo! Ẹ̀yin ọmọ APC, ẹ̀yin ọmọ eriwo, ẹ̀yin ọmọ APC, ẹgbẹ́kẹ́gbẹ́. Foo! People that are complaining that they are hungry, they are not really hungry. It's the opposition that is telling them that they are hungry. Foo! That's dog whistle. Read the content. People are not really suffering. The whole thing is this: Tifnubu is doing so well. They said the rest of the world, they are appreciating and they are praising Tifnubu for all his policies. You get me? Have you noticed that a lot of you, they've made you believe that we all agreed. We all agreed that subsidy must go. Now you and who agree? Now you and who? You did there. Eh? Is it not because they told you he has to go? As their political, what have you? Eh? You agree? You did there when we agreed that they should remove subsidy. Eh, but Maiyegun, economically, subsidy is not viable. Continue repeating what they told you to be repeating. The question you should be asking is that, can they present all the documents of all the subsidy they have paid, the oil supplied, and those paid? And then you realize that what they are allocating for themselves to themselves as subsidy, far outweigh the actual subsidy. Have you ever been interested in that? It's corruption, Maiyegun. It's the draining it's the draining right. Where did we all agree? Me, I know the deal. We all agree that subsidy must go. I'm an economist. It's a waste, Maiyegun. I agree. But those who collected the money never supplied the product. They are friends of APC. They are friends of PDP. They are those who are there telling you that they want to fix Nigeria. So why won't you repeat all they are kind of telling you? Anyway, APC, Egbekegbe, that Tifnubu was part of. This was just in 2014, by the way. Here you get. Nigerians, the only way to have steady light and fuel is to remove Goodluck Jonathan. And I promise you in 6 months, Nigeria will be swimming in crude oil and fuel. Buhari will pay you all 5,000 naira monthly for being jobless. That's right. Our youth will be gainfully employed with our 3 million jobs a year. I mean, they don't even talk about jobs anymore. They don't even talk about how many million jobs they are creating anymore, because they believe that all of you have seen the fact that instead of them creating jobs, they started destroying businesses and they destroyed jobs. More Nigerians became unemployed and poorer under these rules. That is their scorecard, man. It is their scorecard, and you cannot excuse that away. No way. So yeah, APC says that all of you now where they complain. Now because say opposition, they tell you, say you are hungry. Not that you are really hungry. Are you hungry? Is money really that tough? Or is it because people are saying that? You too, you are saying it. Where do you see money to go on social media? If you are poor, if you don't get money, if money no dey Nigeria, you have money to buy data. The last time I saw you, when I was passing through your house, when they eat rice. People we no get money, they eat rice. Don't let us all join people to make the government look bad. It's not good. It's not good to make our president look bad. So it's not, all of that. It's unfortunate. Anyway, as it is, I am just going to be here. You know me, I have told you before. This is just like a reminder, okay? Nigeria is done for. If there is any other way to describe it, I am still from that place. So, I mean, like, I no beg anybody to burn me for Nigeria. And I promise you, none of us, when they watch this video, begged anybody to burn them inside Nigeria. I no beg anybody to burn me inside Nigeria. I just open my eyes like that and I just saw everybody looking at me, and they're like looking at me as Ogbeni. That's why all the good places in the world below you see, well, Oluwalo Sheyi, they called me Sheyi. They were surprised. A lot of you have no idea. Nobody begged anybody to. You didn't beg them to bond you as a Nigerian or in that contraption. But we found ourselves there. Sure, you know. And since we have found ourselves in the contraption, we have to tell ourselves the truth. That still won't take it away and say, even if you go somewhere and they say, all Africans to the right. All of now will be Africans. You go to the right. If you are European, please go to the left. Say, yeah. I go to I go say, all of Nigerians to the back. South Africans to the left. And then that's when you'll be like, I don't want to be Niger. Then you can't be South Africa. You can't be Gambia. You can't be Uganda. You can't be anything. You just have to stand there and say, but I don't want to be Nigerian. They say, well, yeah, you are from Nigeria. Are you from Nigeria? Yes, I am from Nigeria, but I'm not Nigerian. Don't worry. Stand there first. Are you from Ghana? No. Are you from Africa? Yes. Which part of Africa? I'm from Biafra. Okay. And what other name for Biafra? If it's Prince Jejeman like that, he will probably say Biafra, until he will say, but we are also Igbo. Okay, Igbo. Igbo is also part of the contraption called Nigeria. To the back, please. Please move to the back. We don't want to call it security. So to those of us who come from the contraption, me personally, I've told myself that if I had a choice, I would probably never have come from there, honestly speaking. But we have others who will say, even if I come back to this world, I will still love to be a Nigerian. Cha. Me happiness a genio. Sure you get. But that's not a very, very, it's not a great thing to say. And say, if I come back to this world, I want to be in Nigeria is so good. If not because of our bad leader. If not because of bad leader, Nigeria is so great and all of that. If I come back to this world, I want to be Ogbeni. If not because of bad leadership, you got it enough. That's enough. Bad leadership is bad life. So if you are opportune that you die, they can't give you another chance. So yeah, this time around, the last time you said, beg us to bond you for Nigeria. Yeah, come. Where would you like to go back to? A lot of you won't choose Nigeria. Let's be honest. Some will choose Nigeria. But no matter how I say it, no matter how harsh, the way I say it, that, you know what, let's break up this place and save lives and all of that. No matter how harsh they sound to you, it's the truth. But since everybody get their own truth, my own truth is different from yours, Maiyegun. My own truth is that Nigeria can still work. The moment we are able to get it right, the moment we are kiniko, Bojima saw to my 17 years to live long enough. I promise you. Go and see all the 70-year-olds in your area. Go and sit with elderly people in your area, 70-year-old, 75. Sit with them. Ask them, what were their most ambitious thoughts when they were in their 20s? And continue like that until you talk about government of the country they existed in, they were living in. They will tell you too that if they have a chance, if they have a chance of going back to 25, 22, they will do a lot of things differently, including standing up against the system that make them to end up like this. Okay? Omar analysis was 70 to Barney Lock. Now from there you go to tell other people, young people, 40 years time. You see something here, your mommy. I used to believe in Nigeria when I was your age. But look at me today. I am the last surviving of my own peers. Never make that mistake I made, though. Don't ever go anywhere and begin to say you are a proud Nigerian. No. We need to make our own children to separate, to separate a state-sponsored, slavery conditioning that does not add any real value to anybody, no one. There's no future. We need to tell our children that. And that's why I'm happy to say my own thing. Now, if your truth is different, I love it for you. Just make sure you are consistent. And indeed, whatever you believe in whatever, you know what I mean? Like, be consistent with it. Because last, there's one single belief I have, and I strongly believe in it so much, even if it's not going to happen in my lifetime, until when you all and all of us agree that, listen, we have had enough. We've had a good, bad run. Now it's time for us to tell ourselves the truth. We cannot continue like this. Break it up to save lives. Until then, they will continue to push you to that stage. An APC, they can smell what is coming for them. Nobody knows when. Nobody knows how. I promise you. What is coming for APC? What is coming for Tifnumbu and the rest of them? Baba? Ha. Okay. Here is another one, where they have the Chief Justice of Nigeria. Now, you know this man, since impunity is what it is, the order of the day in Nigeria, the first thing you are going to probably think of is that, but are these people who are family members of the Chief Justice of Nigeria, who have been, like you've heard all the report of a lot of them, appointing their family members, their children, appointing their concubines and the rest of them into position of judges. So they are making them judges in different courts in Nigeria. Justice is gone. You all know that, right? Now, those who ensure that institutions that could keep justice are completely compromised, they are still doing the very great human job, since nobody is going to hold them responsible for any of that. Ariwola has now appointed his own daughter as a judge in Abuja in FCT. And before you know it, she's going to go to the Supreme Court too and sit there, represent the interest of of her father's business partners. Because it's all business now, right? And when you look on your right, you see other members of their family that received, sudden promotions all across board, just to come and serve one purpose. There are others too, and that's the contraption that you think you can save without wiping out all these crooked criminals who have now occupied sensitive positions across Nigeria. It doesn't work that way. She already had an experience with them, and he had this to say about them. It's a cash and carry thing. It's a family thing. It's a familiar thing. There's another one where they said that blessing a total thing. Imagine becoming a judge because how sweet, you know what I mean, your honeycomb is. That's why some of us men are jealous that women are so lucky. Babangida, to show the appreciation of his love for Miriam, gifted her a whole state, created a whole state for her, Delta State. I know Delta people don't like me saying that, I believe, but it is true, right? Among other factors. Okay, among other factors. Here you get. So you say women are lucky, where your honeycomb can actually get you and make you a judge. Get you passed and all that. People can make more. People have to be there. We've seen that. Well, appointing your children, making them kind of a scale or the normal, grading system, that actually makes everybody a judge. Since you are the arbiter of everything, just approve it and that's it. Anybody will not like them. But all these things are not for today, they're for next time. The time that you're going to be, is that not Ariwola's daughter? I say, yeah, that's the one that gave the judgment. So she's a judge. Of course she is. When did she become a judge? There, you go see. It's called strategic positioning. You have no idea. The moment that the judges themselves realize that they realize the power to determine elections and election winners, and there is no protest, there is no riot. Judges have not been, waylaid and grabbed by the angry mob for the judgment they gave. So they have explained. They were like, if we have to open shop on this, open them and put our family members in, put our girlfriends and our wives and all of that in, so that they can be strategically positioned. when time comes, they will be needed. But you don't know. Sure.
If the Chief Justice of Nigeria is saying that they will not be overwhelmed, he's telling you that they're already overwhelmed. Because typically justices don't make those kind of pronouncements. That's a very defensive position to be at. That means he's responding to some kind of pressure, an overwhelming pressure already. That the judiciary is not what people expect. You see, there's a difference between law and justice. What they are doing is using law to deny the Nigerian people of justice. So all these technicalities that you are seeing up and down, they are all planned. I sit in courts every day. In Abuja, I have over 13 cases. And it's part of how the judges are subverting justice. They will connive with lawyers, certain lawyers, to have you in court without serving you notice or someone. A judgment was obtained against me by an SAN. This I live from Yorubas. So the judge was just raking inside the court that I refused to show up. I was not aware that I was sued. Yes, I was in detention at the DSS. You know my location. Why can't you pass the summons? If they pass the summons to me, I will appear. I'm not afraid of any one of them. But they didn't want me to appear because they know I will come and plead justification. Yes, they know that I will come to court. I even go to court for cases that don't concern me. So I have 3 criminal cases in Abuja. I have 13 or more civil cases relating to my work as a journalist. But most of those cases, I never knew when they filed them. I had to go and look for them within their own search system. Even now, we still haven't found some of them because they don't want justice. They want to ambush you. Yes. So he wants to be happy that yes, I got judgment against. How can you get judgment? A senior lawyer. Do you know what he claimed? That he has been serving me, has been sending me summons on Twitter. Is Twitter one of the legitimate places to serve a person as someone?
They all work in cahoots, hand in hand. The moment you enter their hand, you understand what a rigged system feels like. Charade who has subjected himself to all those abuses in their hands, in their judicial system, has enough experience to share with a lot of you that possibly are living in your own la la land. And what I deduce from exposés like that is that when you have a system that is so rigged that way, if you don't really clear it out entirely, removing one man or removing 2 men will never change anything. The entire system had to go. That's why people like me would rather say the entire the entire establishment had to go, which is the one contraption, one Nigeria. It has to go if we want to save our lives. Here you get. Come back home, but come back home. Charade returned back to Nigeria. It's the same Nigerians that were asking for his head. They want him killed all the time. Cut his head, kill him, jail him. I mean, Nigerians are so funny, right? Seriously. You are under oppressors. You are under corrupt criminals that are mostly untouchable to you. You are so scared of them. Man, Nigerians are so scared of these rogues that they take out their frustration on anybody that is standing up against the rogues. People where they suffer. They are concerned about a Charade's haircut. If you cannot be a president like this now. You are wearing this kind of haircut. You cannot allow somebody who is having this haircut to be president. That's why people are not going to believe in you. Useless people. They are more interested. Is Charade Ijaw or Yoruba? Because me, I'm not sure. Somebody will return from America back to Nigeria thinking he could make all the young people like in a way. Charade doesn't have any respect. He doesn't know how to talk. Charade that is disrespecting our leaders. Your oppressors are your leaders. You are offended that somebody insulted them. Somebody did not respect them. That's the country you want to go back to and say, I want to go and we need to go and test, we need to come back home. They are not asking you to come back home because they want you to change anything. They want you to come back home so that their oppressors can capture you, gag you, or even kill you. Because that's their fear. They believe that if they try to be as independent as some of us, their oppressors will kill them, kidnap them, jail them, destroy their lives and all of that stuff. But you see, somebody like Maiyegun, see that small boy. Eh? I don't know, can you imagine? Is it because he's living in Scotland? If he's bold enough, why can't he come back to Nigeria and come and try out this nonsense he's doing? That's somebody who is suffering under the oppressive system that has rendered him useless and poor out. He is not interested in all I am saying. He is more offended that I have the right and I have all the resources to be able to say it, and he doesn't. I can say whatever I want to say, and all of you will go to bed tonight and you'll be expecting me tomorrow again. Not because any rogue police or whatever is going to break my door. So the humbled slaves, sophisticated morons, the Lagos Abobakus, Oshogbu Alimajiris, and the rest of all their clans who have accepted their fate know that they will be killed, jailed, and further destroyed if they try just 1% of what many of us will get away with, and nothing will happen. So they want us to come back. Not because they want you to come back and fix Nigeria or liberate them or join hands. No. Liberate them. You can never liberate happy slaves or voluntary slaves. They are just not happy that you can do it and they can't. So when you now land in their shit hole, they will now be counting days and waiting for the breaking news. Have they arrested him yet? I don't even understand this country again. Why have they not arrested this guy? What kind of government do we have in this country? This guy has been saying all rubbish about this country. Now he's walking about in this country. Why have they not arrested him? These are humbled slaves, people under the bondage of poverty, oppression, and terrorism. They are waiting. Why now? Now it's this government that is wasting time. I don't understand why they are waiting. Because they expect you to be killed. And since you cannot shut up like them, keep your mouth shut. Like them. So Sowore returned back to Nigeria. I cannot even imagine how many times they wanted him killed. They were calling Bokwari to kill Sunday Igboho. When Bokwari did not succeed in killing Sunday Igboho, these same Lagos Abobakus, the bastards of Yoruba land, they started mocking him. How come he didn't disappear? How come he didn't control gun? How come he didn't blah, 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 blah? They were disappointed that Igboho was not killed. It was the same mutual feelings towards the Igbos too. Nigerians should just waste all of them. IPOB. What is IPOB? Waste them, Joe. Nigerian government. So when Nigerian government started killing the Igbos, to cover it up, these Olori Burukus justified it and said, because the IPOB, they are this, they deserved to be killed. So they don't want Nigeria that works. They don't want Nigeria that is better. They just want a place where their slavery will be rewarded someday. Just like it is Turn by Turn Nigeria Limited. So I saw this video where they said that they are, what do you call it? Another private security firm caught vessel that was stealing crude oil from the Delta State in Nigeria. You know, say me and you know, if it's still crude oil, you need big vessel. And somehow, in this whole hardship everywhere, they decided to drop this news. Tomorrow morning now, number one, you will never know the owners of the vessel. You will never know how they process and then those who help them in loading the crude oil. They will just give you this kind of media show. After that, you may just see another video that they have set the vessel ablaze. How can you burn evidence? How can you destroy environment more? You have, tens or hundreds of thousands of crude oil stolen in a crude oil vessel. You caught the people who did that. But because of the sensation you want to give to it and another cover-up, the following day, they go burn out. Now, the entire atmosphere will take a burning, God knows how many liters, how many barrels of crude oil in there, right? Let's even say 100,000 barrel of crude oil in a vessel, caught being stolen from Nigeria. And the smartest way is to burn the evidence, destroy it, and the environment can burn and receive the carbon dioxide of 100,000 burning barrels of crude oil. How smart? I don't know if you have seen it, but here they caught one of theirs, and for the media show, they uploaded the video.
You want to see it again? You want it
I called Assasa this morning. I called Rodney before I started. James Adamati. It's coming up at 16. 16, yeah, that's 16. I went on last time. 16, yeah, I'm very sure. I'm talking to you. What's the name? I'm very close. I saw my... I'm talking to you. When they finish their shot, when you are done with your shot, talk for everybody. So I don't think so. Let's have a check. I don't know whether it's here. You are the same. Now you know whether it's here or you those are.
No country can survive if they are experiencing the same level of stealing, looting, that is going on in Nigeria. I wish I actually have a better way to break that down for you. But yeah, that's their daily life there. Those who are supposed to protect, important government facilities, installations, and all that stuff, They are the head of the smuggling ring. So who are you going to report to? If the head of Navy, head of this, head of that, they are all in on the rackets, who are you going to report to? A messed up place. Honestly speaking, like I can't even really explain that more than I have done. So yeah, if you are building your hope and expectation because you are seeing some visions or someone is probably telling you something else, right? Mine is to just remind you that it is not about what they tell you. It is what you feel. And I don't think you will lie to yourself for too long. I mean, with the kind of shege we are hearing. I was talking to my friend, and I think it was today. I was talking to my friend, and we were talking about the hardship in Nigeria with what we have seen, especially from those who are like closer to us as well. And then what we have also seen other people shared, okay? And I was like, when we were younger, things were not this tough. I think that's how we started. We're like, when we were younger, things were not this hard or tough. And I was telling him that about things must be tough, Jared. You know, we were young. We're not the ones paying the bills. It was our parents that were paying the bills. So we didn't know what it was like for them to ensure that we were all fed and all that. And it was like, you don't understand. It is different from back then. There was poverty. Yes, there was poverty. But Baba, as poor as you might think people were then, food was not that a problem. And I never saw it that way. Seriously, I never really kind of saw it that way, okay? And he said, back then, there were places where you could actually eat and they are not bothered. You are the friends, you can eat at your friend's house. You could eat at your girlfriend's house, yes. You could eat at an occasion next to your house. And you can even go to the party and eat. Like, yeah, I wasn't this. Today now, if they don't invite you to a party, Mubomo branch. But I only let you are careful. Oh. You know what I mean? Like, rice, a bag of rice is 68,000 naira. Nobody's doing any falafel anymore. I don't know if I'm kind of exaggerating, you can tell me. You used to go to parties and take away and pack food, pack things like, the olden days. Because it's now olden days, it's gone are the days now. So my friend said that a lot of people kind of will not want you to wait and eat in their house. They would rather wait for you to leave before, you know what I mean? And, except if you are really coming with something that they know that if they give you their food, you are going to be very good to them where you are living. And that kind of risk now, people are not taking them anymore because they believe that it's everywhere. Now, that is the reality. Now, that one doesn't require too much English or grammar to explain. Now, body go tells you. Now, you go feel them and say, Baba, is you. How? Along. Baba. I say, Baba, tell me now. Tell me what's in they go on. Okay, don't worry. Don't bother telling me anything that is going on, okay? I understand. You know what I mean? Because last, all of you watching me right now, whether you agree with me, whether you don't agree with me, there is no animosity. You are all going to come back and agree that if we really, really care for those that will be left when this whole Armageddon is done with all of us, majority of you watching me today will easily agree that for the sake of the coming generation, for their sake, even if it's just for them only, we'll break this up and save lives. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. We will take calls, or I will take calls. I'm going to go make myself a cup of tea as usual, fresh one. And when I get back, the line to call is on your screen. You too can call it and share your own view. Add yours to what I have said so far, or maybe even ask questions, okay? But if you have to go, remember, like the broadcast, share it. subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, right? And I will see you some other time. But for those who are still going to be around, the number to dial is on your screen. And when I get back, we will talk.
Hello, sir.
I have my first caller tonight. Hello there.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening to you too. Can you hear me?
Yes, I'm hearing you loud and clear.
That's
Happy
amazing.
birthday, sir.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you so much.
Yeah. You are doing a very good job. I just want to encourage you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Don't be afraid of anything. Nothing will happen to you. Just be doing what you are doing.
Thank you so much. I could hear people singing happy birthday behind there. Am I sharing birthday with
Yes.
in the house?
Just for you.
It's for me. Oh, thank you so
Yes.
much. It's like it's the missus that is leading the chorus there, right? Tell her
Yes.
a big thank you, ma. Thank you very much.
All right.
Everyone, right?
Thank you too. Thank you. Bless you.
And you too. You have a good one, sir, okay? So there we have it. You know, I'm still receiving birthday greetings and all that too. So, and yes, it's kind of better late than never. And thank you to the family that decided to reach out that way. So I appreciate that. Remember, the line to call is right there on your screen, and it is WhatsApp. But some people prefer to call it directly. Whichever one you choose, you'll likely be talking to me. So yes, I'm sorry if your call seems to kind of be clashing again. Listen, I have managed to get how many of us to pay our offering. Indeed, mind you, let me know because hang on. Yes. So if you haven't really liked the broadcast, okay, that is the offering. In case if this is your first time on the platform, okay. So your offering is when you show that you are here and somehow you are very much satisfied for the time spent. So how about you like the video? Mostly if you don't have a YouTube account, for example, if you are not allowed to like my video or any video on YouTube, it's because you need to have a YouTube Google or something account, okay? For example, let's say you have a Gmail, right? Or you do have other emails, I think we do. all you have to do is just go on to YouTube as you are right now, okay? And then you sign up. It is that easy. Put in your email, add your password, and all of that, and you will be able not only that you'll be able to like the videos. You will also be able to share the videos to all platforms that you probably visit. Okay. Here is another caller. Hello there.
Yeah, hello, my brother.
Hello,
the general himself.
Yes, sir. How are you?
I would say I'm calling from Italy anyway.
Yes, all from Italy. See, there's something I want to ask you. I don't know where you're watching this on, okay? I don't know if it's on your TV or if it's on another device. Did you notice any difference in the voice, and how do you see the audio tonight?
It's perfect, I think so, because it's perfect. I can say so.
Yeah, it is not like far off and all that, no?
No. It's not far off. He has been working fine.
Okay.
Has been working fine.
Thank you. Now,
anyway,
here we are.
I want to contribute on all that you have been saying, and our people have, I think I say Nigerians have short memory. That is the only thing I can say. They have short memory. If somebody wake up and told you that it's his turn, and the person said he has been working to be president of Nigeria for 30 good years, and people there and behaving as if they don't understand what he's saying, I don't understand. I really don't understand. Every day I cry for this country. I said, why do we have so many potentials and we are wallowing in abject poverty? Only little people among us are manipulating us. They are in Igbo, they are in Yoruba, they are in Hausa. They are manipulating. Look at their government. Tinubu is a criminal. Akpabio is a Senate president. Is a criminal that we know. The vice president is a Boko Haram that we know. Speaker of the House of Representatives is a criminal that we know. Chief of Staff is a criminal, and 11 governors who never proved them. I think maybe governors. What I think in Nigeria, if you finish your tenure, they will prove you. But since Boko Haram, Buhari left this government, nobody have proved anybody. Everybody is innocent. Everybody is innocent. I don't understand. I ask people, even, do you know what I notice? Every time these people will be inviting some professor, they say they'll be TV analysts, they will come and be deceiving their people. I don't understand. I don't understand really. Now you see some people blaming P2B. Maiyegun, I want to tell any Biafran, anybody, any Nigerian, any woman that is listening this year program, should stop saying about Biafran. I want to tell them something. My father told me, any day I hear people discussing about Biafran with violence, I should get up and leave. Do you know how many people that died? Do you know, nobody has said about the people. They have, the record said 3 million people. What died in Biafran war is 5 million people. The whole world fight against Biafran, and who they killed. My people, even Prince Jejeman, they will be saying, want to. The people that is holding you on the neck, if they never leave you, can never get freedom. British and America is the one plunging Nigeria the way it is. They don't want Nigeria. I want you to educate us on what British and America has been doing in Nigeria. This government they came in is British and America and France that brought Tinubu in power. Why did America do not release his criminal record? Why did so many things they allow him to become the president? That is what you ask yourself, because it benefits them. The people tried to get the power, but because Tinubu paid for this government. He paid. Let Nigeria know this. He paid his Naira to these people. That is why they hijacked this government, and he want to get his money back. But one thing I want to tell anybody that is here, please protect yourself. Protect yourself. Don't listen to this jargon they are saying. Protect yourself. The governors in the southeast, in the southwest, protect your war is coming. War is coming. This is what I want to tell Nigeria. War is coming. Protect yourself. Thank you and God bless you.
And you too. Thanks a lot. Somebody said, I'm gonna have another caller. There's something I need to explain to you, my viewers. Okay. I mean, especially if you are like new. If you have been here for a long time, you should understand this, okay? I could just talk and leave after maybe an hour and a half or 2 hours, okay? But on record on MaiyegunsDiary Politico, we've had brilliant, amazing contributors who have added to our evening. So we've already sort of, we've left the last part of the broadcast for the viewers to also express their own views. Okay? And as for me, it is not in my place to sit down here, okay, and start arguing with you because you are making your own opinions or you are making your own views. Now, they may sound not interesting, maybe they are not sounding very interesting to you. Some may not sound interesting to you. Others may sound so great to you. That's the beauty of it. And that is why do not just be a listener, okay? So on this platform, you also have the right to say your mind. I just don't know why, especially the Agbadomites, the Agbadorians, I just don't know why they do not have the courage to call in on this program, because I pick my calls randomly. And that could be you. I could be speaking to anybody. You can speak your mind. People will tell you they disagree with you. I disagree with what you just said. And they will say their own. And all of these are like, they are just there for the consumption of my viewers. My viewers can then begin to, piece all these informations together, discard the ones that they believe that they don't align with or they don't want. I told you, even all I say to you doesn't mean that everything I say to you, you have to agree or accept or kind of move along with them. You get what I mean now? You have your own opinion. Or if you listen to mine, I will listen to yours. And maybe the idea of us listening to ourselves, even if we don't agree with ourselves, we should begin to live like that, okay? So please, I know some people would prefer I just sit down here and talk for hours until they doze off and say, Maiyegun, good night. I will watch the rest tomorrow. That's not fun. It's not fun. So I implore you to remember this, especially those of you who feel like the callers can be boring. That's the beauty of it. Sometimes you need to get angry for a reason. Maybe a caller will make you that angry that you'll be like, I'm going to call in. And then you improve the quality of the chats on this platform. I picked a call earlier. I'm not sure if I still have my caller on the line. Can you
I'm still here. Maiyegun.
Yes, sir. You are still very there. You are a patient man.
Yeah, I'm all right. I know where you're coming from. I think you have to say that.
I had to. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
How are you, sir?
Yeah, I'm all right. Thank you very much.
So is that CA?
Yeah, it's been a while, man. It's been a while.
It's been. However, how have you been?
Yeah, I'm all right. I'm cool, man. I'm just you see the last call, I know where it's coming from, but sometimes we have to be very diplomatic about what we say in public. Because what we say can be used against us, anytime, any day.
That's right.
And what the last caller, I didn't understand that Nigeria is the most dangerous frontier to the Western world. Because they know if Nigeria succeeds, the whole of Africa succeeds. And what it was trying to make you do, right, is endanger your life and the life of your family, which I don't really appreciate. I don't want that to happen to you. The moment you start accusing the British and the Europeans, and you live in their country about their shenanigans, just so you're going to be the next target. Anyway, let me leave that for now. Why I'm calling, right, is that
yeah. What I'm calling is that we're talking about this Tinubu and the Tinubu government and all the shenanigans that have been going on.
I know, and the reactions that are following too.
Yeah. My fear, my major fear is that I know Tinubu has got very, underlying health challenges. My fear is that Tinubu shouldn't. I prefer him to be there with all this nonsense than him to be dead. Because if Tinubu passed on today, Shetima takes over government.
And then there are orcs too waiting.
We don't know the agreement Tinubu signed with the caliphate before they rigged the election for him. Because it's very strange that they are attacking the Yoruba land. They are attacking different sections of the Yoruba land, and this man is not making a move.
4 days, Baba. 4 days.
And this man is not saying nothing. He's not making a move.
He's never.
He's not saying a word.
A lot of people are not even angry.
There's something not adding up. You must have signed an agreement with them, and I think the agreement. What I'm suspecting is that the Fulani. So I don't want to mention the tribal name now. The caliphate, right? Have sent their people to capture some territories, and all the territories they capture, they want it to remain captured.
Yes.
Because
don't call it a peace negotiation.
That's right.
You are negotiating for peace on people's land, on their land.
That's right, my brother.
Damn it, man.
And don't forget, right?
Sir.
The CAR, the Fulanis, they drove away from CAR, the Central African Republic, right? Are those ones that came to Nigeria to occupy most land in Nigeria. And there's no way they're going to allow what happened to them in CAR to happen to them in Nigeria.
They are saying they are not going anywhere.
They're not going anywhere. And what
is your land? Okay, fine, it's your land, but we are staying there. We're not leaving.
And what Buhari did for them, right, was use them to infiltrate the army and the police.
Very unfortunate. So
yes, they use them to infiltrate the army. How can you give people amnesty and you conscripted them into the army and the police? It doesn't make sense. The Niger Delta militants, right? Did they conscript them to the army? No. They only give them.
Not even like they make them policemen, or not even to the civil defense. So.
But recently, I think yesterday, I was hearing some news that the Yoruba leaders have mandated Gani Adams, right, to come to their aid now to mobilize his army, right, to go and drive the Fulani guys away from the forest. I laughed when I heard that news because Gani Adams hasn't got no shitty army. Gani Adams is my very good friend. I know him very well. I know him my very close buddy, very, very close. When I say very close friend, when Gani Adams was the OPC commandant, right? All the foot soldiers were the downfall drivers, the area boys, the conductors. Those are the foot soldiers. And I can tell you, right? None of them, right, will be ready to risk their life now for nothing.
Not even himself. He's got some money now. He's
got some money now. He's raising shoulder with kings and princes and all this. Yeah, so he wants to risk his life. That's why he's not making any effort. He hasn't got any standby army. Gani Adams does not have a standby army. I can tell you categorically.
I think it's just relying on the fact that he could still be able to mop up a few from his old lieutenants. But like reality is not even practicable anymore.
Practicable only in Lagos. Even Gani Adams' foot soldiers were only existing in Lagos. That was why Tinubu thought that because he was the governor of Lagos, right? He can be president of Nigeria. There are two ball games. Being a governor of a state, different from being when Tinubu came to power, he forgot that there are 250 ethnic groups in Nigeria. Unlike Lagos, where there are just the Yorubas and the Igbos and there's some few Fulanis and some Deltans, Ikorodu area, Delta, Mafolokun, Igbos, others, Saleko, Yorubas, and Brazilians and all these things. It is a different in Nigeria, 250 ethnic groups. How is he going to manage that? That's what's done on him now. That's what's done on Tinubu now. That Nigeria is not Lagos. They warned him in Benin. They warned him in Benin that Benin is not Lagos. Now Nigeria is not Lagos.
Well, The reality is down, and probably it's just settled down to just make it wherever they can make money, and then they sell whatever property they can will to themselves as part of the Nigerian properties, and then leave the carcass whoever is coming next.
Will they have at the end of the day? Will they have peace with that money?
Now that's another one. That is
another one. You walk to the same area I can walk to in Nigeria. Never.
So.
No.
Without all these guys wielding guns and all of that, no, he won't. Anyway, thank you so much. Okay, for that, I appreciate. Okay, you have a good one, sir. So,
yeah, you listen,
too. For everyone who is also interested in, speaking their own mind, the line is there, is open. All right, but just do me one favor. For those who still pretty much have a chance of liking the broadcast, listen. If you have your phone and you're watching this on your TV, right? Just grab your phone, go onto YouTube, right, and like the video. And like I said, you don't even have to do all of that. Just grab your remote control and just like that, and you can like the broadcast as well. So let me pick another one. Hello.
Hello, good evening, Maiyegun.
Good evening, sir. How are you?
Good evening, thank you so much. I was watching, I don't even want to call in today, but I have to. I tried because of the guy that called before this last guy that said his father said.
Go on.
Let me laugh in Latin because the story now in Nigeria past that stage. Even the father he's talking about, I wish he would send the picture of his father as a military man during Biafra war, because almost 80% of families, young men those days from 6 years to 20 years, were all in army. 80%. So when you go to every Igbo people's house till date, you will see pictures of their father or their father's brother or their grandfather putting on military uniform with guns. They have pictures, and also with or you can see Biafra money, pounds, in every home. So I don't know where his father is telling.
I quite agree with you. Go on.
He's supposed to know, the guy is supposed to know that Biafra is a wound. 1967 to, when we are talking, every time we talk about 67 to 70, but they'll be killing people, Igbos and other tribes before that time. But that 67 to 70 is like a wound. And anytime we mention Biafra war, a lot of people will stand, their ears will stand, even little children. I hope, I don't know if you listen to Philip Emeagwali. He said he was in one of the boys' company. He was lucky. He passed through a barbed wire, but his friends couldn't pass. They killed them, So he can go back to his age. He said he was 10 years old that time. So I don't know where these guys, your father is telling you, anybody that is talking about Biafra aggressively, just go away from that person. It's the British that is doing this. The last caller just says something.
You know what I mean? Like, I believe that listeners should be the judge of that. You know what I mean? Like, instead of me making it look like, somebody like me shouldn't call it. I'm happy that you are taking it on that way. All we need is information.
That is old opinion. And I want this guy to go back to his library and check about and go to a book they wrote, Q 1966. Let him go and read that book. If he read that book, he will come back here and tell you the stories on that book, because the stories on that book is the same thing that is happening today. But the problem we have today is just that the people that are in army now, they all soil their hands. They cannot do anything. And like the last caller said, the army and the police have been infiltrated with Boko Haram, the enemies. They are not dealing with the enemies, are many there. So those days, Uzogos and his fellow soldiers without thinking about religion, without thinking about tribal anything. They struck. It's a revolution. They did it that time just to put Nigeria in order because Okotiebo and his co, they were eating finance minister, they were eating money, making parties and all those things. So, but this time around, they weaponize poverty. Nobody's raising his hand or talking. But we are getting there. Those people that are saying that they cannot leave other people's land, they will leave very soon. When the time comes, nobody needs Ghanaian dams to come and protect because when those people rush to, they will push them to Benin. But the people will push them back. Then they will come back to fight for their right. And those people, those guys that are there are going to run away. It's getting to that. And hunger will make people to fight, either live or die. You know, but it's unfortunate that the Yorubas, I'm sorry, the elders that are supposed to be talking, they don't have the force. That's why Tinubu got in. And Tinubu had played them so much by using all those their youth, that agile youth, that they're supposed to be their foot soldiers. He has spoiled all of them with money, giving them bus stop to bus stop, guarding them together, giving them money as thinking that he's doing good. But he want to kill the generation of Oduduwas, but God will not allow that. I believe Tinubu could have watched his age and think about the future of that tribe. You know, but those people, they will run away. These guys should go back and read that book. Thank you so much.
When posterity will actually, like, you've spoken a lot. See, you've actually really spoken so intelligent.
I'm telling you. Thank you so much, bro.
You have a good one, okay? God bless you. That's some deep, intelligent, analysis, I would say. Like, for real, you cannot possibly fault him in any of his points. And I respect people like that. I do. And, respectfully disagree with another caller too. That's some quality. But here is another caller on the line. Hello.
Hello, Maye.
Hello, sir. How are you?
Yeah, good evening. Good evening. Very fine.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, I want to talk about the same guy. I don't think he knows what he's saying. He doesn't know what he's saying, because if you look at what's happening now, there's a video I saw on the internet yesterday where a group of Fulanis will come with dogs, a lot of dogs and weapons.
I saw it.
And they were just somewhere in Imo State in the night. What did those people that were brought to Imo State, what are they there for?
Can you imagine if you're a hunter? Would you go and hunt? You say, oh, I'm a hunter from Unewi. Now I'm going to gather all hunters from Unewi, and we are all going to go to Shokoto to go and hunt with our guns, with all our everything. We are just going to pack ourselves and go there. Like, how would the Arewa receive that? So I get that. I saw the video too. They said they were hunters. Hunting where? From Shokoto to where?
You see, when I grew up in the village, those days, we have hunters in my village. If they want to go out in another place, they will first of all send delegate to that community. Tell them we will be coming to come and hunt in your bush. Those people will not grant their permission to come. Because if you cannot just go to another, let's just say you are from Oshobo now. You want to go to maybe a bush near Lagos. You cannot just go.
Abeokuta, for example, say you won't go Abeokuta, go hunt. Even Yorubas will hold you, say you're mad.
Yes. So you never know. The war is still there. The Fulani, they are not related.
They are not.
They want to capture. They want to capture everybody. They want to capture the whole country for themselves. Before you know, they will rename Nigeria to their name, the way they rename Sokoto. This is what they are doing. It's our time we start our fight this war. This war is for us. We need to fight and divide our country. There's nothing like Nigeria. And what I was saying that Nigeria is just a mere geographical location.
Expression, no.
Yeah, nobody can say I'm in Nigeria. You cannot say you're in Nigeria.
No.
I cannot say I'm in Nigeria.
No.
The other thing you can say I'm in Yoruba.
Yes.
You can't say you're in Nigeria.
No,
Nigeria
I mean, let's be
not,
honest now. No. I mean, a lot of us watching this broadcast tonight, we are mostly from a lot of places and our nationality and the rest of that, okay? Let us all be honest, okay? When it comes to Nigeria, there is no real patriotism. Majority are just trying to defend their own place inside that Nigeria. But when it comes to real patriotism, we are more loyal to our ethnic nationalities than we are to Nigeria. You are more loyal to Igbo ethnic nationality as you are right now. Rightly so, because rightly so, you should be more loyal to your identity. That's something that was imposed on you. You are more loyal to Igbo ethnic nationality, which is right. I am more loyal to Yoruba's Yoruba ethnic nationality in Nigeria. You get now, and rightly so. Now, when you talk about Nigeria and they say the interest of Yoruba, the interest of Nigeria, I will protect the interest of Yoruba. Genuinely, I will.
Definitely.
You get?
Definitely.
So we all know this, and that is why we said if you let everybody go their separate ways, because of their identity, starting with protecting their land, I will protect Yoruba land with my blood because of my own children, Abi. But I will not spend a bit of a tiny water of my body for Nigeria.
No.
And that's the truth. So, go on, by the way.
Yeah, like now, we are in the UK. You see, in UK now, Scotland do their own things, but they're in the same union.
Yes.
You understand? If we had something like that in Nigeria, Nigeria would have worked.
People have been asking for that too. They said, no, Nigeria unity is not negotiable. Papa, you don't get unity. You are saying Nigeria unity. Where is the unity in Nigeria? Something where you don't get. You are bragging that it's not negotiable. Papa, we beg. They said that it's not negotiable.
Maiyegun, I am 52 years old this year. Since I was born, each time I go to church, what I heard, let's pray for the unity of Nigeria. So does it mean that prayer that I be praying for 52 years old that I am today did not work?
It didn't.
Or if we are not praying to God, now who are we praying to?
Ask them.
That is the question I'm asking. Nigeria has never been one. It cannot be one. If we have been one, we know for me that they are praying for Nigeria to be one.
Sure you get.
You can't, something that is not there, you cannot force it to be there. I think everybody should pull together for us to disintegrate this Nigeria. Like what you are doing now, people should join out, continue your work, other people do their own. At the end of the day, Nigeria, we will divide it. It cannot be one.
It is in our interest to go our separate ways. See, this one is not working. What are they afraid of?
I don't know.
Thank you so much, okay? You have a wonderful evening, sir. All right?
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, sir. So here we are almost, kind of advancing little by little, going to the end of, or should we say, getting closer to the end of the broadcast. So if you haven't really sort of pay your own offering, please do.
My king.
How are you, sir?
My king. I'm good. My king.
Yes,
how are you doing?
I'm very well, sir. Oh, Baba. How are you?
Fine. This is Prince from Sweden.
Oh, Prince again. How are you tonight, sir?
Yeah. I'm good, sir. It's been a long time.
It has been.
But I always watch your program.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
I'm glad you made it through tonight.
I made it through after a long while. I just decided to call in.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
So here we go, Prince.
Yes.
You want to add too?
Yes.
You want to add something here?
Yeah, Baba, I was just thinking, that one president after the other, when one president go, another one enter, it seems that that one will now become worse. I don't know.
Have you been paying attention to? It is true, nee. People said that. I remember during Jonathan's time, okay, that they said Jonathan was too weak. It was this. Even people that liked him, they couldn't really like him for long. It was so somehow, yeah. And these guys were having the free reign. And a lot of people said, see, for those those, especially those who are older, who lied to the younger ones that they said there is nobody that can ever be worse than Jonathan. No matter any situation, even if Buhari fail, Buhari's failure will still better pass to Jonathan. It don't reach 1 year, just like this of Tifnumbu now as well. We all remember. Now, when Buhari was rounding up, people were beating their chest. Nobody can ever be worse than Buhari.
I tell you.
9 months after that, same story. And some people are waiting for 2027, maybe 2031. They still want to spend their life in that contraption, hoping that one of these guys will come and fix their life.
Let me play betting. Let me go. You know, even when Buhari now left, a lot of people were angry at Buhari. But Tinubu didn't let us even get angry because his own is now worse. It's just like our mumu no they do. You know, we were thinking Buhari was the worst creature ever. Tinubu just confounded all of us, and yet we cannot even concentrate. The people that destroy this country,
why should anybody, Baba, see, in 2014, I'll tell you, in 2014, in fact, let's go back to Jonathan's time. In 2011, and that was 13 years ago, I was just a 27 years old young man. 27. Baba, now I am 40. 40. Baba, 40.
No good government.
And we have seen the damages done to Nigerians in the last 12 years alone.
Honestly.
Some people will sit down and wait for another 8 years of their life. Another 8 years.
Honestly.
Another 8 years. 8 years. And they are gambling with your life like that.
Your life is ebbing away.
And you are not angry. You know? You are not upset. You are not worried. Let me. Let me, Papa. Let me.
You know, and the funny thing is that these politicians, immediately they know that they have damaged Nigerians. For it starts from our parents. They damage our parents.
Yes, now.
And then our parents damage us with religion and hope.
And they want us to damage our own children so that their own children can lead our children too. You see?
So the only people that have authority to be rulers and kings of that country is the elite. We don't consign us. No. We just thank God for we who are in the diaspora. Diaspora open our eyes to.
That's our own Shkasha Madupe. Now our Thanksgiving be that. Here you get it. Chai.
Baba, I know if you talk because even our youth in everybody in Nigeria, they've never seen what we have seen. So anybody who wants to become leader, as long as you have lived in Nigeria all your life, I cannot trust you.
No.
I cannot trust because you don't even know. You have not seen how human beings should be treated. You know? No.
Leadership is about empathy, care. Even if you have to pretend.
Yes. We don't have it in that country.
They are pretenders now, but even if they have to pretend, they still have to do it.
Yes.
These ones don't give a damn about it.
They cannot. All these other countries that come to Nigeria and misbehave, they cannot do this to their own citizens.
Never.
They can't. So that is what Nigerians in Nigeria don't know. The powers that are holding us is not only these leaders. What I suspect is that once these leaders enter power like this, they will now face the problem. They will now see that there is no hope. They will now start to treat us anyhow.
Yes.
Instead of telling us the truth that, look, there's no hope. Even if we try to do it well, these people will spoil it. They will not tell us. They will just start to kill us. They just start to be ripping us. Instead of telling us the truth, there is no hope for Africa.
Calling us enemy of the country that we are with one
enemy of the country.
Hey, you do you want this country to start war? Baba, Nigeria is not fighting war, but they bury people every day.
War. Yes. Tell us the truth. When you enter Aso Rock, what are you seeing there? Who is threatening you? Who is holding you in your throat that you cannot do anything for your people? Nothing. We cannot produce anything.
Nothing.
That's why dollar is high.
Investment in electricity as
no investment
right now. There is no real investment in infrastructure. But go and search the internet. You will see hundreds of promises about power, hundreds of promises about road. Many promises that these guys are repeating. Sometimes they just change.
Repeating. Oh, God. Baba, I rest my case.
You did, Baba. Nice one. Thank you so much. Okay, you should have a good praise. Okay, and
You too.
say well to our people in Sweden as well. So
I will.
From Sweden. Now I do have another caller on the line, and here we go. By the way, hello there.
Hello, Maiyegun.
Oh, hello, ma, my lady.
Mo sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ pé mi ló kàn léni, èmi ló kàn.
Kàn, tẹ́ máa fire wọn, and indeed you are here, ma. How are you?
Well done, my dear brother. Ẹ kú iṣẹ́.
Thank you, ma.
God bless you. Congratulations on your studio.
Oh, thank you, ma.
And my greetings to the family.
Thank you so much, ma. And then to yours too.
I've always we're doing well. I've always been enjoying your program, and I don't like to miss it. I've lowered my TV before I make sure my phone rings. So
I mean, like, it's
I
just
just want to.
Yeah, go on, ma. By the way, go on. Yeah, let me.
I just want to say that, as you've been saying, these people has no program, and they did not plan themselves for anything. They just want to be there.
That's right.
And they have been there. But that the Fulani will capture Yoruba, they will destroy Yoruba. It's not going to happen. Whether those who are praying or whatever, it's not about prayer. Something is going to shift. I believe there's going to be a shift. And that shift will cause Fulani to fail in all of their attempts. I don't want to agree by words of mouth that because of what they are doing, Yoruba, we are not dumb.
No, we are not.
And we are not bad people.
Yes, we are not.
For the fact that it takes us time to get ourselves together, to think right, to do what we need to do, well, I have friends who think, yes, Tinubu can do it, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, this man is sick. This man is I don't want to say any other thing. This is that we all can see.
I mean, like, it's easy. You know, you will be able, if you are unable to supervise the people you give job to, all right? And when majority of them are just yes men, who just have to say something you want to hear. And at that age, it is easier to manipulate anyone at that age.
Anyone.
I mean, we all have elderly people at home. We all know when we easily can get them or manipulate them and get things from them. But in this case of Nigeria, we saw Buhari, how those around him took advantage of his failing health, right? And left Nigeria in shambles. And another sick man is here. And somebody says, no, look away. Don't worry about all the things that he's doing. There are people doing that, man. Come on. We should be worried, though, man. We should.
We should be worried.
Very worried.
When they are trying to vote Buhari, I said, this man has been there once. He didn't do nothing the first time when he was there. What will he come and do?
Again.
Now, Tinubu, I was telling my people, I said, this is not the best brain we have in Yoruba land.
Never.
We have better people.
That's right.
For the fact that you guys are being tribalistic and all of those rubbish, it's not what we need. We need someone to fix the land. Buhari has spoiled it. They said good luck is not good. What about this Buhari now? And then Tinubu said he will start where Buhari stopped. Tinubu said it, so he said he will. I called my attention of how people are. I say, hear this man, oh. He said he's going to continue where Buhari stopped. And people were like, he's a Yoruba man. I don't believe in Yoruba man or Yoruba woman. I believe in somebody who can do right.
I mean, see, you know something, man. I remember
how
telling
can we
everybody
be
here,
deceived as much as that?
You remember when I told people here, man, when I said, if anybody is flying the flag or the card of Yoruba, local Yoruba, Tinubu and the rest of that, have you not learned anything from the Fulanis and the Northerners under Buhari? Have you not seen that that's why Buhari is there? Have you not seen what the terrorists turned their region into before it finally spread to the rest of Nigeria? You want to believe that these guys actually are there to represent Yoruba? Well, I thought you would be later. But now
they are not. It's happening. What all you are saying it, and I'm supporting you because I have that vision that this man cannot help us. This man cannot help us, but they are not listening. Now it has happened. So I used to call my friends and relations. ẹ̀yin àgbàdo, ẹ̀yin èmi ló kàn, ibi tá a bá dèrè o, torí ìgbà tá à ń wí, àtẹnujẹ, Yorùbá, kí ni Yorùbá? Well, èmi believe wípé I don't want to join with that say they will capture Yoruba, they will destroy Yoruba. It's not going to happen.
We were just sort of
something.
You know what I mean?
The reason of my calling,
yes,
please. The reason of my calling is to let people know there will be a shift. It's not about prayer. Sorry.
It's all right, man.
Yeah, there will be a shift.
There will be a shift.
Something is going to shift. It's not about prayer, but there will be a shift. And things will turn around. Table will turn against Fulani. Table will turn against all the evil people. There will be a shift in Yoruba land, and Yoruba will be delivered. We are not going to die all. They cannot kill everybody. Thank you, Maiyegun.
Yes, ma'am.
God will bless you.
Amen, ma. Thank you so much.
I leave the conversation for the rest of your fan. I am your fan too.
I know you
Thank you.
I know you are, ma'am. So you have a wonderful evening over there, ma. Okay. Thank you so much.
You too.
For taking time.
You're welcome.
God bless you, ma. So that's a very wonderful one there to as a reassurance from the mothers, from one of our mothers, rather, right? So my lady just told you that listen, bury that thought. Okay. It's pretty much like these rogues who are running berserk, who are running amok everywhere. It's because the system allowed them to. But there will be a paradigm shift. There will be a shift. They are not capturing anybody. Unfortunately, our people are likely going to be the collateral damages for the time being, but they are also going to be the reasons why the Yorubas will have to stand up too. And when they do stand up to say enough, every inch of a space that you find Fulani today in our forest and every part of southern Nigeria, including in Biafra land, that you can see anybody anywhere of them, you will never see any of them again. But for now, they are running amok because the system allowed them to. And that's a reassurance to say they will never capture any land in Yoruba land again. And not now that everybody is pretty much aware. And when the time comes, even the evil people that the weakest and the worst of the Yorubas that are representing Yorubas, when these terrorists and all of their criminalities and their sponsor and their whatever, when they will go down, it won't be just the Fulanis. It will be the betrayers, the saboteurs of Yoruba land, who watches our people being killed, kidnapped, and traumatized by this Futasoro Futajalon terrorist. I believe that, and I love the reassurance. God bless you, dear my lady. Now I'm going to sort of hang on. I think I pick another call now. Is somebody there?
One name.
Hey, you one name. Osita.
One name Duto, one name Didamba.
One name the number. See,
yeah.
You had to use a different number. I could have lost you there. I didn't even feel like I picked the call. I'm glad I checked. Or else I would have probably taken another one. And that's a miss. Osita, it's been a while.
Yeah.
And you couldn't miss tonight again because somebody probably just said something that you're like, nah, I'm going to call and say something.
Yeah, because I'm always watching from the background, but it's not as... Anyway, what I really want to talk about is that no matter how we're looking at this thing, it is never going to get better, and it will never get better. Because the foundation of every nation, is its constitution. So if you think you can do something right with that constitution, I am telling you, everybody that comes in will always do the same thing that this regime is doing. Because the foundation is the enablement, is an enabler of the corruption, the insecurity that we have today. It all boils down to that foundation. The corruption, the tribalism that exists in Nigeria today, it is all about that same constitution, nothing else. So no matter how you look at it, no matter how anybody comes to cream it,
we've gotten to the breaking point that we know that the only thing that can save us is that let everybody bear his or her own forefather's name. What is my own forefather's name? I am a total Biafran. I'm an Igbo man. The Yoruba man that comes, yes, the Yoruba man that comes from Egba, that comes from Ekiti, that comes from Ijebu, that comes from Remo, any other place. That Yoruba man is Omodua. You cannot change it. Then when you talk about the people of Epic, the Bibio, that is where they come from. But if we keep doing all these things and thinking that, oh, 2027 we will come and vote, we will vote them out, it is not going to work. It is never going to work. You see, a lot of people, even when they are crying, they are in total hardship. Some of them are still finding a space within their column to tell you that before they were saying, oh, give him a year. But now they are saying, give him 2 years.
Yes, now.
Even one of the person that spoke in your, I mean, your program yesterday, one of the speaker there, he said that he was speaking one kind of grammar like that. I can't remember that. It's a process.
No,
that when you make
he said it's gesticulation period.
Gesticulation period. But look at
it's
that
like
man.
the moment when things are just trying to form. They're trying to form.
Yes.
Give it time for it to come together, and you will see the difference.
Yes.
Gesticulation, Olofu, man.
Now look at that man. You will know that he is an educated illiterate.
They do that on purpose, so sometimes they get paid to mislead people that way.
No, they do that, but he is an educated illiterate because when somebody thinks he knows something and he's talking to people whose eyes have been opened, then you become the fool, you become the illiterate. That is what I am talking about. You are telling somebody in his right senses, in the world of today, that things are so fast. You are not telling us that it takes between 6 months and 2 years. Who are you telling that? But because of you are making money, you are making crumbs from this government, but you can change your cars every year. You can change your clothes every year. Why didn't you wait for 2 years before you change your clothes? You take your bath. But that is where they think they are still talking to our forefathers who didn't go to school. They thought it is only that time that S.B. Williams, all those kind of names.
They will take and rob all of us and say, do you know F.R.A. Williams? Do you know KGT? Do you know Kobia?
Yes, they thought it's that time that it is only those people that train their children abroad or train their children to go to school. No, it is no longer. I remember.
I don't know what happened to Osita. Osita, can you still hear me? I bet they kept calling his line. And finally, somebody has managed to cut him off the call. Osita, we do not have, what do you call it? We do not have all of that time, okay? Or hang on, it might actually not be Osita. It seems that my line has been cut off. Oh, I'm so sorry there. Now, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to put it back on, okay? While we wait for it to come back on, some will be like, why don't you call Osita back? I'll be like, no, I think we should just put a lead on it, okay? And Osita will eventually call back and then, complete its view. I do apologize for that, okay? So, for those who are still here, remember, if you haven't really liked the broadcast yet, I implore you to do so, okay? Because if I want to take just one more call, if the time still allows, okay, because we are so close now. If I'm still going to take like maybe 1 or 2 more calls, right? That could be it for the evening. And you may have forgotten that you did not pay your offering. So thank you so much. To my friends on Facebook, una be MVP. A lot of you, we do everything to make sure that indeed Maiyegun is not live before you kind of ignore your evening. You see, one thing that Facebook did was to cut down my reach. A lot of you will see the notification. Sorry, few of you, tiny few of you will see the notification. Hundreds of thousands of you will not see the notification. Okay. Now, to even make the matter worse, when you join the broadcast, at some point, you probably will not be able to like. You will not be able to share it. And you'll be wondering yourself, like, why can't I share this broadcast? What happened? Why can't I just like it? How come I can't share, you know? Now, Facebook, they do their usual. I have encouraged a lot of people to leave Facebook for Facebook and come straight to YouTube. Very soon now, you'll be able to just go straight to the Rumble, go straight to Maiyegun's website and all that. You'll be able to go to elsewhere to plug in. You'll even be able to join me through the Diaspora Radio International. Okay, so I have I've brought back the line, and I know some of you will likely want to try to still get through. And I hope Osita will also try to get through. So Osita is one of those I'm waiting for tonight. And if your own call comes through before is, I will still take it. Okay. Apologies for that interruption. I just had to keep talking just to fill in the gap while the entire line gets connected. And I'm happy to tell you that it has. It's connected now. Okay. So yes. Let me see if I can get, give me a second. Well, I don't think I'll be able to get to sit back on, but one sec. I have other people who are kind of trying the line and trying to, of course, give me a sec, or maybe more than a second. Right. Let's see. Yes. So, like I said, the line, I'm gonna. This should do it. I'm so sorry if we are unable to get Osita back. I am able to get someone in right now. Then we'll see if I could get Osita.
Good evening.
Afterward. Hello, sir.
Good morning, Gaye. Good morning, Maiyegun.
Oh, good morning to you, Baba. How are you?
You know, before I made this call, I was praying. I say, if God really want me to say this, the God should go through. And unfortunately, by the grace of God, he went through.
By the grace of God, somebody just experienced the prayer answered, and you only said that quietly, didn't you? Like you were like, "Oh God."
Yeah, I said it quietly, and it's you know.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. So I just have about 2 points to say.
And you have the floor.
You know,
please go on.
What is happening to Nigeria right now is the will of God. Because if this didn't happen, Nigeria will never wake up, and we always parabolate and keep believing in those stupid, useless leaders. These criminals. You know, this thing that is happening now, God is just using it as a cane, as a flog for Nigerians to wake up against 2027.
Wow.
If not, we will still fall in the wrong hand again. So
do you really
the person that God really
think that people
ordained
are going to learn any lesson by then at all, like from your submission?
So the worst is still coming.
Right.
And I believe people will learn from it. Because a lot of people never see anything. You know, by the time this man came to like 1 year or 2 years on this stupid presidential or whatever, people will almost eat themselves. Because this is the wrath of God. It's not by anybody. It's not by prayer or by any mosque or church or whatever. This is the hand of God. This is a flog, as in a big beating from God.
A special cane.
So that special cane. Pankere Ọlọ́run ló ná àwa Nigeria nísìnyí lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́. All this crying. Àwọn èèyàn tí ì now, they have not cried yet. You will see people coming out begging. You will see a director, a office director, a ministry director begging for money. You will see people who will stop going to church very soon because this is a carry along because people condemn them and they brought in devils to rule the country.
And who did
You know?
God
So I believe.
Can I ask you that?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
So who was that person that God
is
wanted,
not. I'm a Yoruba man. I'm a Yoruba man. I'm a Yoruba man. But Obi is a real man, that the ordained man that God really wants.
I ask you that question? Do you know why I asked you that question? That who was that God wanted there? You know, you started your call with, you had this quiet conversation to God, like, I'm going to dial in. And if Maiyegun is going to pick any call tonight, I want it to be my call, and I want to say this. And God, if you want me to say
that's
this,
my prayer. That was what I said first. That was what I said first.
Yes. Because you said that, right? I kind of have a premonition that feels like you are somebody who is spiritual in your own right. Okay, so that's why I was like,
thank you.
If there is 2 points you want to make, one of them is that whatever is going on in Nigeria right now is just a koboko, is a pankere long. And they have not seen anything.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to hear this.
I'm a Muslim. But Tinubu, the second point is that the Fulani is not going to succeed in Yoruba land, even in Yibo land, because everybody is waking up now. So I would just urge everybody to go and prepare. And Madirao, that Solomon used to say, you should go ahead. You should go and go and hold your territory. Hold everywhere. We youth should wake up, because something will happen, that God himself will come down and fight for us in that Nigeria. And 2027, everybody will see. We will see that this is the plan of God for us. And people have not seen anything yet. Things are still coming up. People will come out on the street, fight and begging for money. You will see a director, you see teachers, even you will see pastor begging that people should come to church, because it's not by anybody, it's from God. This fire is coming from God directly, because they have turned their back against lies. Money is ruling the country now, and this is not by anybody, it's from God direct. I'm a Muslim, but I believe God really wants this man to come. This Obi. Obi is the ordained man. I already said it even before the vote. Obi is the man that God ordained. Forget about this tribalism. No, it's not about Igbo. It's not about outside. It's not. This is his turn. This is the Joseph that God wants him to rescue Nigeria from this pit that is going. And with what is on ground now, people will cry of hell.
It will never be their president. So definitely there's more to come.
There's more to come. There's more to come. People will fly. Some people will die. Some people will commit suicide. It's only by the grace of God. If we still survive, see this 2027, I know by the grace of God, everything will change. By the grace of God. So
amen to
God bless you, Mr. Maiyegun. Happy birthday.
Thank you so much, Baba.
People should just wake up.
Where are you calling
so
from?
Happy birthday and God bless you.
Or Australia or Qatar?
I'm calling from Dubai. I'm calling from Dubai.
From Dubai. I'm always confused when I see those numbers in your, and I'm like, I don't understand.
Yes, I'm calling from Dubai. So this is the hand of God. Anything that is happening in Nigeria right now is from God, not devil, not anybody. It's God. Because we have failed God. Many times God really loves Nigeria, but we have already failed. We have failed totally. But I know God himself will come after this punishment. Grace of God will come and God will overtake everything. And I know the will of God will be done by the grace of God. Thank you. God bless you. Happy birthday, sir.
And you too. Yeah. Thank you so
much.
We
love you, sir. We love you, sir.
Okay. Yes, sir.
And you too, sir.
You see, there's something about people who have a relationship with God. That's why I said, if you are somebody who believes strongly with your relationship with your faith and all that contact and all that, with your faith with God and all that, right? Don't ever let all these charlatans, all these pastorpreneurs, all these pulpit bandits, don't let them manipulate you for criminal politicians. Do not let them take advantage of your belief. When they begin to say God told them this person will be this, God told them this person will be that. But because you have a relationship with God in your own private space, somebody is taking advantage of that, and they want you to believe that that same God that you are having a relationship with is the one that just ordained Tifnumbu, It's the one that ordained this. It's the one that appointed that, anointed this. I told you, don't ever let them take advantage of you. Because there are those who have relationship with their God, and I respect that a lot. So when they come around and say, well, this is what I think, this is what I feel, I respect that too. And if you are somebody who doesn't believe in God and all of that stuff, I respect that as well. Did you see the respect? Respect people for whatever they believe in, as long as they are not imposing on you. Now, this is where I'm going to take my last call. And hello there.
Hello, my brother. Maiyegun.
Oh, my lady, Lady Beatrice, ma'am. My time is almost out, and I
know. I was saying, let me just say one point something about this last caller.
Okay, ma'am, please.
You know, what he said, I believe is true. Because in everything, whether we believe in God or not, we didn't create ourselves.
We didn't.
Even in the Bible, when people have wronged God, God allows bad leadership to come and hit the people. It's there in the Bible. When people have left to do what is right, God allows bad leadership. It's just like he allows certain sicknesses to come to us so that we might know him. Most things that happens to us are trials. If those trials were not there, many of us will not look for God. You know, all these people like, there is no God, there is God. It's because you don't have any trial. If that trial comes, you begin to look for God. It's just like
it's
that.
Like somebody who didn't believe in God, and then somehow they just escaped an accident, and they're like, "Oh, yeah. Jesus!
Oh, Jesus! Oh,
and you're like,
God.
Did you say Jesus?
Oh,
leave me alone, Jare. Thank you, Jesus.
Thank you, Jesus.
Say, are you saying
God allows many things to happen? You know, God allows it. It's not because he hates us. It is because it's like a warning. I personally had a dream a long time ago, and I've been praying over that dream that it shouldn't come to pass. I saw that Lagos was overflown with water. Are you getting me?
I'm with you.
And people were drowning, and they were, because I do see a lot myself. People were drowning, they were shouting, and I stood somewhere like on a stone, and I was watching what was happening. And people were, as they were gasping, you know, to get some air. Mighty worm, boom, will enter their mouth. Mighty worm, the type I've never seen in my life. As they were drowning, but as they were gasping for air, boom, mighty worm will enter their mouth. They will sink back. I saw that. My mom was alive. I said, Mama, this is what I dreamt. Everybody should pray to cancel it because I have my family in Lagos. This is what it may not be Lagos. It may be anywhere. It may be the country. Our people, there's so much evil in our country, Maiyegun. There's occultism. There's lack of belief in God. There's all kinds of blasphemy happening in our system. There are also the highest churches and mosques
in Nigeria. The unforgivable sin, they said in the Bible, all sins are forgivable, right? Except for one, and that is murder. If you kill somebody.
Yes. People are not being murdered.
We are spilling blood like it is nothing.
My dear brother, it's horrible.
It is.
It is horrible. So this young man that spoke, I think it's a man, the last guy that spoke.
Yes.
I believe in what he said.
Qatar. I mean, sorry, from
Dubai, but
brother.
what I won't agree with is that we have to wait until 2027. We can't take a Miloko till 2027. I don't care who else they put there, but not a Miloko. A Miloko can go and rest. He is weak in spirit and weak in body. He is weak. Everybody can see it. He is weak. So, and his wife cannot represent him to become the president of Nigeria. So he should go and rest. Whoever they want to put to take his position, we don't care. But let them put somebody that is mentally okay and bodily okay. But what he said is very, very true. God is part of what is happening. Our people are stubborn. Our people are so much in evil. And God allows certain things to happen to all of us so that we begin to look for God.
Amen.
Thank you so much.
Amen. My lady, I love that. Thank you so much for keeping that in, okay? You should have a wonderful evening again, okay? Thank you so much.
Too.
So that's some wonderful cover for the program tonight. You may not believe in God, it is not necessary. The fact that there are things that are happening around you, and somehow, for those who do believe in God, the whole theory is that nothing happens without God's knowing or aware of. And so, whatever is going on right now in Nigeria, there could be a plus side to it. Many of you have already sort of, muted already, like people will see shege and nobody will tell them to stand up and fight for something, at least for something that is better than this. And a lot of you are already even saying, with the way things are going, you don't think people will be able to keep it together anymore beyond this year. There are many expectations, there are many predictions, there are so many things because there are so many things going on. And on MaiyegunsDiary Politico, I kind of bring them to you and make them easier for you to understand. We've done tonight. We will do another night. And if you enjoy this, all it takes is just for you to subscribe, set your notification, and you will never miss anything, ever. So thank you so much, everyone, for your time. I will see you some other time. Until then, you all have a wonderful evening. Good night.
Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. MaiyegunDiary Nayibi #1. Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. MaiyegunDiary Nayibi #1. Maiyegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ara yìí. MaiyegunDiary Nayibi #1. Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube. MaiyegunDiary Nayibi #1. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Maiyegun já wa sí. MaiyegunDiary Nayibi #1. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. MaiyegunDiary Nayibi #1. Bó bá ṣe àní Maiyegun máa wí. MaiyegunDiary Nayibi #1. Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. MaiyegunDiary Nayibi #1. MaiyegunDiary Politico. MaiyegunDiary Nayibi #1. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Maiyegun. MaiyegunDiary Nayibi #1. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu. MaiyegunDiary Nayibi #1. Àní Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò. MaiyegunDiary Nayibi #1. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Ijó ìgbádìyẹ. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Ìpẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Kí gómìnà kówó jẹ. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọlọ́pàá ti ń darí bá. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o.
Maiyegun máa wí.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràjò.
Maiyegun ti dé.
òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú.
Maiyegun máa wí.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràjò.
Maiyegun ti dé.
ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Maiyegun ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Maiyegun ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran.
wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀ wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀ oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o àyè.
Maiyegun ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta.
Maiyegun ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
tẹnitẹni ọmọ Maiyegun ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́hún ṣọ́ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. èèpo ọ̀gọ̀ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti jọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ bùyà àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o ó kó ẹni tó bá dán o ákàmù. Maiyegun ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì o ẹ̀yin bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Maiyegun ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.